Welcome back to another episode of Above the Influence. As you can see, we are not on our normal set.
We're on a way better one.
Yeah. Hey, that set is my home. I live there.
Welcome to the Las Vegas JK studio, guys.
Hell yeah, we're borrowing it from JK.
Hey, JK News.
So, Bart and Joe, funny story for you ATI UTI watchers. The last episode of UTI that was ever filmed that never saw the light of day
Ever filmed.
was these two as a guest.
No,
So sad.
It's so
and it
sad.
was so good.
It
too.
was
I remember,
genuinely-
like we were eating after like lunch. And I was like, dude, that was actually a really good episode.
Yep.
We really vibed on that one.
Yeah,
then
and you
never
guys asked us a bunch of questions that are about things that we haven't talked about in a long time.
Yep.
So it like racked our brains too, and it was cool to like get that part of us to come out, you know?
100%.
So in here we see each other all the time. We talk about the same things. So a lot of the things that are like pretty cool, we don't really discuss.
Yeah.
We just kind of know about it, you know? So it's cool that you guys asked us.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's cool you guys never released it either.
Listen, man, we had no choice. We were saving you.
I know.
Let's introduce our guests. We just introduced them, Joe and Bart from JK News.
Hello.
Hey, it's Tiff.
Hey, it's Viet.
Wait, why do we all make fun of her with
Why
that?
you say it like that?
Hey, it's Ian.
And I'm Wootak.
Oh, it's so funny that.
I don't know. I thought it was normal. But anyway, so what we were able to manage, what we were able to do is find a script, or not a script, like the notes that Ian took from when he was producing that episode, and all the fire clips that all the stories that we thought were so interesting from them, we're gonna re-ask, even though we may have heard it once. It's been a while, and they're just super interesting stories.
Tiff
So
never heard it, so
and Tiff's never heard it, and you guys have never heard it. So we're gonna get into that. But first, we are in Vegas, and we was outside last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you guys look so like vibrant and energetic?
And
Yeah,
amazing.
did you get good sleep or something?
Let's all go down the line and say how many hours of sleep we had.
How many hours of sleep did you have?
I went to bed at 6 a.m. I woke up at 12. That's
By the way,
good.
it is a
6 hours of
Saturday,
sleep.
and last night was Friday in Vegas, our first night in Vegas.
I
For
went to sleep at 8 a.m. Woke up at 12.
I don't know. I went to bed before you.
12. No, well, 8 a.m. But what time did I wake up?
I think
12.
we woke up the same time. Yeah,
12.
12.
yeah.
I went to sleep around like 6:30, and I woke up at like 1.
I have not slept yet.
Oh, you guys are pretty responsible partiers because
Oh yeah,
the appropriate time of sleeping in Vegas is 10 a.m. and then you get up at 4 p.m. and then you go to the buffet, you have your first meal, and then you gamble until it's time to go to the club.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what we're
Can I ask a
trying to do.
boomer question?
Yes,
What are you guys doing like from midnight to 6 a.m.?
midnight to 6. We were all doing different things. I
There were
think.
just 3 different clubs though that we went to.
Yeah, we
Three
hit
different
three.
ones.
We had 3 different clubs. It was Zook, into Excess, into Dre's. But first, wait, shout out all the promoters who took care of them.
Yes,
They
thank
were
you.
Mike
really taking care of
Tran,
us.
Justin, Chase, like all you guys, like if you need to go to Vegas, the best thing you can do is hit up a promoter. We'll put all their Instagram links in the bio. Just literally DM them.
They took care of us.
Yeah. Don't think that they're gonna just like start throwing free at you, obviously, but like set it up through them. They're gonna get you the best deals on everything.
That's dope.
Yeah. But anyways, it was sick. It was very much like Chris, and shout out Chris, actually, the person who actually did set it all up. Since he's been here so long, like he just has to like ask for things and they'll like give it to him, and it's like, oh holy shit, like all you did was ask. Like it's a
He's like
free
the king-
table.
the king of the city.
Well, yeah, he's
Feels like
locked
it.
in. Yeah.
Feels
Well,
like
he's
it.
OG. Like
Yeah.
he was developing and building clubs when we were like in our 20s.
Oh.
When
So,
you guys were partying at the club.
Yeah. Well, this guy's always been a boomer. His bedtime is always 10 p.m.
That's sick.
That's
We,
crazy.
and then we would have JK company trips, and then like he just like, oh, I'm in Vegas, I'm gonna finally drink, and then he'll like be all like puking and stuff, and he has to go back into his hotel room at 9 p.m. So the rest of us is like just doing fun, and we're like, man, too bad Bart's not here. And then it's like we're on vacation, dude. 6 a.m. He's up at the gym working out. I'm like, we're on vacation. What the are you doing?
That's fire.
Yeah.
Nah, that would make me pissed off. Stop it. Stop.
You're making
We're all
us feel like
supposed to be
shit.
fat pieces of shit right now.
But where we do catch each other is between 12 to 6 p.m. And that's when we will go to the casino floor and we'll go gamble.
Hell yeah. So we
Wait, can I? This is so funny. I read these texts last night right before bed. He brought up the gambling and the I was in stitches, dude. I was like, this might be the least financially responsible set of texts I've ever read. So, dude, it's so good.
How much money did you guys lose?
when he reads the text, we'll
So first text 5:30 a.m. Viet, I lost it all. We're talking 5 minutes later. Lamau, I can't sleep. Viet, 1 minute later, I'm in bed. Meet me downstairs. Let's gamble.
Hell yeah.
We're talking
after he lost it all, by the way.
We're talking. Well, you just lost it all. Viet, it was $500. I'll pull out another $5 though. We're talking. You're tripping. Meet me downstairs. It's like this all happens in like 4 minutes. Viet, how serious are you? I'll put my clothes back on.
I was butt ass naked
We're talking.
in bed.
Bring the K. I'm dressed. And I was like in bed. I was like, dude, like bunk Vegas K at 5 a.m. off 3 hours of sleep, drinking since 4 p.m. Like, this got to be the least optimal state to be playing blackjack.
That's probably the funnest time ever, though.
We left the club at like 5:30, and everybody like went off to their respective rooms. And I went to the casino because I had some chips left. I'm like, I'm gonna gamble. So I was gambling by myself, lost it all. Went upstairs to my room, was about to try to go to sleep, like butt ass naked in bed. He texts me. I'm like,
Time to go out.
time to go. Put my clothes back on.
I was laying.
She's literally yelling at me. She's like, stop. Like, go to sleep. I'm like, hey, it's Vegas, man.
That's true though.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's how you gotta do it. Like
It
who
wasn't like-
sleeps during.
Me personally, I'm being good right now. It's 500.
Yeah.
Wait until tonight when I pull
Yeah.
out 5,000.
He lost it all again, by the way. So
Every little free time I have while I'm waiting on them to like come downstairs, I just go gamble.
Is it always blackjack?
Always blackjack.
I'm loving blackjack right now. I'm not gonna lie.
You've been learning.
I've always hated gambling, and I've never won a dollar gambling. Except this time, I was like, for some reason, I'm like, I'm gonna pull out 5, and we'll see what happens. And I'm gambling, and then we sit down. I just get lucky. I make $75. I'm like, this is what it feels like. Right? I'm like, whoa. No wonder people get addicted to this.
If you've ever been on a roll,
Uh-huh.
it's like the craziest.
It's the most
high
addicting ever, right? So then I got my extra $75, and I'm like, I'm gonna gamble this 75 like it's no man's business. And that's why I called him out at 6 a.m. to come gamble with me, lose it all. So then so I lost all 175 that I like converted to chips, another 100. Now I'm down 375. And I'm like down to my last like $50 in chips. And we were gambling with like this guy that was there that was like a genuinely pro blackjack player. And he was helping us, like he was like telling us like, don't do that because of this, blah blah blah. And I was so K'd out that I was like, what are you saying? I'm like, I was like, just what he said, like I'll do it. And I slowly start climbing on my hole, and before I know, I'm looking down, I'm like, I have $100.
Nice.
And then I'm like, I got an opportunity to make all my money back. And then I learned what doubles are, and I learned like what splitting is, and then I learned how to like why
any of that stuff?
no. And then I learned why
Basic.
and I learned
That's
why
some
you
basic
should
shit.
stay on a 12, right?
Yeah,
And I'm like,
Oh,
and I'm learning how to like read like when the dealer's probably gonna bust. And then I'm like, so then like K wore off, and then everything this guy was saying, it's like almost like downloaded all at once into my brain, and it was like that meme of like that white lady with the math problems. And I'm looking at that shit like, that's how you play this game. And then immediately I start just raking in all my money back. I made like $400 almost. Lost another 100, so then I had my exact $300 I started with back, and I just went home. I was like, it's 9 a.m. I'm going to bed.
I mean, breaking even.
you didn't
winning.
go to bed. He wants to go get a massage.
No, so then I tried to go to bed, and I laid in my bed pretending to sleep. You know when you're like trying to like gaslight yourself into sleeping.
So I had like 7 Red Bulls or whatever.
Yeah. So I can feel like my blood vessels while I'm laying there, and I'm just like, oh my god, I am not tired at all. Like not one desire to sleep. My eyes are closed just for like performativeness, and then like eventually I'm like what time is it? I look and it's like 11 almost. Like it's like 10:40. I'm like, fuck.
So funny.
And then I'm like, I think I can't sleep because there's this gigantic knot in my neck. And every time like I move to get comfortable, it just like shoots pain throughout my body, and it like wakes me up kind of. So I'm like, I'm gonna go get a massage. And
Wait, how does a happy ending solve the pain in your neck?
no, not a real massage. Like look at my neck, dude. Like,
Oh my god.
you see how
What
red
did
it
they
is?
do? Rub a coin on your
Oh,
back?
that's from like
Yeah.
grass.
The scraping.
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah. Oh,
She hit me with the upsell mid massage. She's like, "You want the gua sha? $20 extra." And I'm like, "Yes." Hit me with that.
Before I found out that Wootak hadn't slept at all today, I woke up at 12 and I saw his good morning text at 10 a.m. I got so pissed off. I was like, how are you awake when I know you probably went to bed at like 9 a.m.? Like, what do you mean good morning? It's not a good morning for you. And then I found out he's like, I feel so energized. I just haven't slept at all. I feel great. I was like,
you know what it is?
You seem like you slept.
I know,
How do you
right?
feel now? You feel good?
I feel great. But do you know the
fresh,
concept of no sleep, deep rest? So it's like Huberman did a podcast episode on it, but there's
That's
like
coming without ejaculator.
a pretty version of that, but for sleep. So, you know, have you ever tried to lay down to take a nap and not been able to sleep, but your eyes are closed and your brain's like low power mode, kind of?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the state I was in where I'm clearly awake, but because I'm performing sleepness, I'm getting like a version of rest. It's just not REM sleep. So then like I was like resting with my brain just fully active and then like just like
That's when you can astral project.
yeah, I think so. I felt like I had superpowers a little bit because I could feel like my blood.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
It was a rough
That
night.
sounds like you guys had a blast.
Honestly, I had a
was a
great,
great
time.
night,
I had
yo.
a great time.
I don't think I've had a night like that for like 20 years.
It sounds like even when you were having nights like that, you didn't want to.
He wasn't even with us.
I only did it
Yeah.
because everyone dragged me else to do it.
So in the party days, you were the party animal, and then you were locked in.
I went out, yeah. But I think we both partied a lot in high school, like went to raves, like underage, like drop in, like that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And in college, we were like, oh, we gotta lock in. But I was a night owl. So then like when we went to Vegas or whatever, I'd go out just with everybody else, but I didn't drink back then. I stopped doing all kinds of fun party favors.
Uh-huh. Extracurricular activities.
Extracurricular activities, yeah. But then yeah, like when we travel, do shows, whatever, I think Bart just got tired at 10 all the time.
Well, that's
It
good. That
didn't
means you're
matter.
waking up early,
It
right?
didn't even matter what time zone we were in.
Yeah.
We could be in Japan, like he's like, oh, it's 10, time to sleep.
I would literally just start yawning. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, that's so fire,
I'm
though.
like,
I
oh,
wish.
God, it is 10. No wonder.
And we're like, it's 3 p.m. back at home. Why are you sleepy right now?
Oh my
do
god.
you not get jet lag?
I do, but like maybe only like a day or two.
I had the same thing, but unfortunately, my time is 6 a.m. No. 5:59. I've literally tested this. 5:59, I'll be fine. Energy. 6 a.m. hits, first yawn of the night.
Wow.
6:30, normally I'm out.
For me, it's like if I'm camping, it's even worse.
Really?
Like the minute the sun sets, I'm like, dude, I need to roll out the sleeping bag because this is fucking
That's
crazy.
so healthy, dude.
I
He's
could
a
sleep-
circadian
I
rhythm.
could sleep
Yeah.
at like 8.
You're the
My-
circadian goat.
My theory, I want you guys to tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
My theory is since I was born in the motherland, I was born in Vietnam. I feel like my circadian rhythm is set to Vietnam.
Damn,
That's
sent
not
to
how
Vietnam
circadian rhythm
time.
works.
You sent to Vietnam time, dude.
Bro's a Motorola Razor.
Have you been back to Vietnam?
When I was like 12.
Oh, okay.
But then he's well, okay. What about in
Japan?
Japan?
6 a.m. in Vietnam, then that doesn't work.
Well, I went to Japan and I also was still up till 6.
Because that's kind of Vietnam time zone. It's closer.
Wait, so you guys mentioned something that I think is a good segue into your origin stories. Extracurriculars, partying a lot in high school, right? We know a lot of people that probably watch us know you guys from YouTube, but what shocked me the last episode was that both of you separately went from gangbanging to YouTube. How does that happen?
It's funny when you put it that way.
It wasn't that quick of a transition.
It's also, but you also like weren't even in the same gangs either. So it wasn't like
No.
you met at a gang and you're like, yo, we got to get out this life with YouTube, bro.
No, but by the time I met this dude, he wasn't active. I think I was, or we had similar. We had the same friends, right? We went to the same high school, but different year or something like that.
I think so. By the time I met him, I don't think he was affiliated anymore, but I think he was an independent contractor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Because I would still go with him. 'Cause
Yeah.
we were homies, so we would go with him. And this is back in the day where like you would still people had pagers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So we were just kicking it or whatever. And then
Wait.
people.
Do you know what a pager is?
It's cell phone, kind of.
Oh my god.
No,
It's
bro.
like a Tamagotchi without the fun. You know what a Tamagotchi is?
Wait, you don't know what a Tamagotchi is?
I've like heard the thing.
Oh
but I've
my
never,
god.
Like, it
I
doesn't
knew
make
I
sense
knew
right
that
now.
would be a
Okay,
thing.
imagine this thick digital device.
Uh-huh.
All it does is tell you to like call me back. And leave a
All
phone
it does is
number.
it shows you the phone number that it called you on,
It's useless.
or you could leave like a
So you
voicemail.
can't use it to call.
No, it's telling you. It's like it was the technology you needed to send a notification to somebody to be
Yes,
like,
a
call this
notification.
number, find a phone that works and call this number because you have to get a landline or like a payphone.
And then they had to
Yes.
also have
Yeah.
a landline.
No, so
Yeah.
people would go to they would get this, go to a payphone or go to a landline, and it's literally a
So
notification.
you would like page someone and then just wait by the phone.
You would
Yeah. That was normal.
You would go find a payphone, right?
Yeah.
And look at the number on the payphone, page your boy the payphone number,
Mhm.
and wait by the payphone.
And like, what if he's busy? Then you just gotta kick it.
Yeah. You wanna hear something? You wanna hear something
That is so
crazier?
inconvenient.
You wanna hear something crazier? Have you heard of a TV guide?
Is
you know
that
we
like when you
stream-
press menu?
we stream fucking shows now, right?
Mhm, mhm.
You want to watch Breaking Bad? Pull it up, boom, we watch right there.
Yeah.
Before, all shows were on a schedule. So if you wanted to watch a certain show, like let's say Game of Thrones was back then, it would have to be at 7 p.m. So you would have to go and buy this book that tells you all the fucking times,
Yep.
and you're like, okay, the NBA basketball finals game, it's at 7. And then you would just wait at the TV and turn it on. And you're like, yes.
Yeah, well, so it's kind of like what sports already are, but for everything.
Everything.
Everything
Yeah.
is on the TV. If you want to know when shows are gonna play, if you don't have that book that you buy, you're fucked.
Oh, so you're not talking about like the digital guide. You're talking about like an actual guide.
There was a
in
time
paper.
before even the digital
Yeah.
guide, Ian.
Fucking
Yes.
paper,
Yeah.
like Bible paper
Yeah.
type.
It was a
paper.
schedule of when all the shows were coming
And
on.
would you have to get new books then because it's like
every week.
Yeah, every week.
wow.
It's
you
like
want
the
it-
newspaper.
Wow.
Every day, every week.
Wait, that's shocking you too. You're not that young. Chill out.
I'm just saying, whoa, to engage in conversation.
I'm gonna stay locked
You
in.
told me to lock in. I'm like, whoa.
That was her version of locked in. Whoa.
Oh,
Don't
you
worry,
were
that's
saying
making it in the
pager
clip.
thing?
Oh, so yeah. So by the time I met him, I was fully out. I think he still hung out with some of his homies, but not officially like affiliated and representing like the set, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a street pharmacist.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just roll with him to go deliver all his pharmacy and stuff. But he was just like doing things for himself.
Same activity with the same people without a name.
Without a name.
Because we didn't need a name to represent what we were doing.
So independent contractor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we met. And that was like probably, I don't know, 2006, 2005 or something.
Yeah, 2005.
Okay, question. So towards the end of your career is when you met him. Towards the end of your thug life is when you met him.
I think he was already out because
I
he
was-
went to boot camp and
I
shit
was
like
already,
that.
I was already,
You were already clean.
I was already 3-4 years, like I would say fully away from that life and trying my fucking hardest to transition into being a good boy, but still hanging out with the drug dealer because he was my friend though.
Wait,
And you would hang out with him on like during the drug dealing.
Hmm?
You would hang out with him like,
Sometimes.
during deliveries.
By the way, everyone was like a plug back then.
Yeah,
like,
true.
well, it wasn't abnormal, and everyone was somewhat affiliated. If you weren't a part of an actual gang, you were like kind of like a hang around, or you knew people.
Yeah.
It wasn't uncommon.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like being a part of a math club or a key club. Yeah.
I feel like a little bit different. Wait, just for the audience, I feel like we didn't explain. What area did you guys grow up in?
Oh, San Gabriel Valley. Yeah. Well, him, yeah, like Cerritos, right?
Yeah, so I grew
Yeah.
up in Cerritos, and that's where I was doing like that kind of like nighttime, dark time activity stuff.
Mhm.
But SGV, for people that don't know, it's 606 on Gabriel Valley, and it was kind of like the breeding ground of Asian gangs, starting from 80s to 90s to 2000s. If you've ever seen the viral like pool hall shooting that happened all in that area, El Monte, Monterey Park, Alhambra, Temple City, like that whole area. So it was pretty crazy. Like, I would say I grew up in Cerritos, which is kind of borderline OC, Long Beach, LA.
Mhm.
And that was more, I would say, maybe like a middle class neighborhood.
Mhm.
So for me, I didn't feel like I belonged to the regular like cliques, you know, like the math geeks or the jocks or whatever. So I found myself in like the gang part of the school.
Mhm.
When I got kicked out of school and then I went to the SGV and I went to school there the first time, that's when I told the homies, I'm like, hey, I think we're just fucking like play banging. I'm like, some of the dudes I met here,
Yeah.
they've been banging since they're fucking 8 years old.
Yeah,
Like,
these are
literally,
real gangsters.
real gangsters. They're down to fucking shoot anybody at any fucking time. A lot of these dudes have already been locked up. They're 15 with 2 kids. Like I've seen some crazy shit.
Holy shit.
And I was like,
And these are Asian kids.
Asian kids.
Holy
And I'm
shit.
like, I don't think we're real gangsters, to be honest. Imagine I said it all white to you. Okay, guys, so I think we were just play banging, actually. That's what it felt like.
I moved from a worse neighborhood. It was I grew up in a city called Gardena. It's a border city between like Compton and Torrance, and there was a really big Japanese population back there. Like used to be all farmland, and then it like eventually turned into like kind of like it's got like 2 casinos. It's bad in one area, but it's like good in another area. And then yeah, so that's kind of like what my reality was. Like I don't know if it's bad till this day, but this high school I went to, we had a police station because of how much like kids would always be caught with drugs or whatever. But we had a cop with a desk, and then we had a bench with handcuffs inside the high school. And every day there would be kids with handcuffs and a cop writing some type of citation or something. And then there'll be race riots because blacks and Mexicans weren't getting along at the time. So like they'll just come in and like you'll just see a huge rumble. Like it looked like Braveheart where 2 sides came and they would fight. It was just wild. So that was like,
That was in high school?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like prison. Like that's.
Do you
fucking
guys
crazy.
remember those 90s movies like Dangerous Minds and
Yeah.
shit like that? And
I don't know that specific movie, but I know the '90s movie vibes you're talking
Like the
about.
Greasers versus the Social.
no, that's like 60s.
Like, to him, the '90s looks like that.
Anything before the 2000s, I consider
Yeah.
the same. I don't know. Y'all might as well.
That's
have
so
had
funny.
Dinosaurs.
No, but so it was pretty bad. And then when I moved to the San Gabriel Valley, it felt nicer, but it was the worst for Asians. But then I didn't know that it was like the breeding grounds of Asian gangs and all that. I had friends in gangs like growing up in general, because there's just some like Mexican and black like straight up gangster families where generationally like their grandpa was a Crip, whatever. So it was normal.
Mhm.
And I didn't know that it was like a gang like mafia stuff. I thought it was like card clubs, and I just didn't know the concept of it, but it was normal. And then when I went into the whole like San Gabriel Valley, like ghetto Asians was normal to me. I didn't know that the majority of Asians were looked upon as like geeks until I started to like see the world, and I was like, oh wow.
Like internet became a thing, pretty much.
Yeah, like when people talk about these stereotypes about like, oh, you know, like on TV, Asians are always like gay or whatever, or like nerdy. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, because I'm watching Kung Fu movies, and like the stereotype is Asians just be fighting all the time so nice, you know? But yeah, so completely different upbringing. Got together with some of my friends, joined the gang, all that stuff. But it was like to me, it was like I said, I thought it was like a club. Like everybody got together, you joined these different clubs. And during that time, it wasn't just gangs. I think like guys forming groups was a thing. Like I remember in the black community, they had these like players clubs, right? Where guys would have these matching jackets. They would compete on how many girls they can hook up with. They would throw parties. A lot of Mexicans had party crews. They would just have like matching kind of uniform club like clothing and style, and then they would print out these flyers and they would throw like the craziest house parties. And then so like it was very tribal, like everyone had different groups. Yeah, different clubs. Like they had car clubs where a bunch of guys would get together and then they would save up money and then they would buy like a lowrider or whatever. I don't know if it's still like that now, but that was a common thing. So like guys that just get together, sell drugs and fight, like, yeah, it was a gang, but like there was different levels.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Asians that were connected to like the triads and things like that, the kids would be selling for like the older guys. And then like sometimes you just have a bunch of kids getting together and then copying like a Mexican gang or whatever. So it was normal. Yeah.
Wait, so were you involved in like the real gang bang that you witnessed in SGV?
So my difference was this: the group that I was with, it was a lot more about making money. So selling drugs. We had this one connect that I don't know how he got this, but we would always get cartons of cigarettes from like pre-custom somehow. So we would just sling those, and he would get a shipping containers full of it. And then like our die lows, which is like our like upper people, they would just pass them out to us.
Die low.
So we're like kids, right? Like 13, 14-year-old kids.
Uh-huh.
And we would just go sling them at the mall or whatever. Cause you know,
At
like,
high school.
yeah, because people like they're 15 and they want to smoke, they can't go to 7-Eleven.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so we would just go sling those everywhere. And so it was more like a money driven thing that if there's competition and the violence comes in or whatever. When I moved to the SGV, that was the first time that I witnessed gangs doing violence for the sake of violence. Like, hey, where you from? And just straight violence.
Random
I'm
acts
like,
of violence.
How much profit are we getting? There's just
No, that's
it was
true.
just violence.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's them. Roll up, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom. And then I'm like, oh my dear Lord. You know, I was just like
Yeah.
violence for the sake of violence. And that's when I was like, oh shit, this is like that's when I realized there's a huge difference between like street gangs and then what I guess,
Organized crime.
organized crime of what we're
Yeah.
trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's why you stepped away, was because of that.
No, so when I got kicked out of school, I was already like, my life is getting really, really fucked up. So I went to so when I went to that school, I was already non-affiliated.
Uh-huh.
I was already trying to be a good boy, but I still had homies, you know,
Got it,
from back home. So I was just relaying information. I was like, dude, I don't think we're doing the same thing.
And what was the final straw that made you leave?
The biggest reason why I left is because I saw the facade. Like, I always put, when you join a gang, right? Like, you look up to your older bros and you think they protect you, you think they're showing you the ways. And then one time we had a rivalry and everyone was meeting at the house together to go and, you know, like just rumble at the park and then settle it, right? So someone knew that we were all meeting up at this one house, and then a guy came up and just shot at us. I wasn't there at the time. I just missed it. So when I showed up, there were like cops and all that, and then we decided to leave down the street. But what ended up happening was a guy that wasn't even a part of our group, that was actually closer to the shooter's group. It was a different fraction of the same gang. He got murdered. Afterwards, our OGs were like, okay, we're going to crowdfund for guns. And I was like, aren't you supposed to take care of that? why are the youngsters having to put in work to crowdfund this shit, right?
Uh-huh.
So
What's
then
the point of having OGs if y'all don't even got guns?
Yeah. So I was like, what the hell is going on? And I thought you guys already had it. Anyways, so we we ended up all getting it, and then like it just started to get fishy. Like, my buddy's a hothead, so they're gonna make him the shooter. They're gonna have some other guy and then I was just looking at the whole situation and I'm like, why don't you guys do this for
Do
us?
anything. Like, yeah.
Why are you telling us to do it? And then all of their excuses, well, I have 2, you know, felonies. If I get caught with one more, I'm going to be in life. This and that. It's up to you. Like, we've already done our work. Like, now it's time for you guys to do yours. And then, like, I was just like, this is really weird. I just feel like, oh, and another thing is when we crowdfunded for the guns, like, we were supposed to have like X amount. We came back with like 2, and we're like, we clearly had way more money than that, and found out that they took all the money and they had a party and smoked crack with it.
Oh my God.
And I was like, dude, these guys are not leaders. They're just fucking crackheads.
Yeah.
So I got into one of my buddies that was gonna be the shooter, and I was like, dude, like, I don't want to see you fucking do this for someone. He didn't even start it. They just know that he's a violent guy. He'll do anything because he likes that kind of shit. And I'm like, don't let him do that to you. Check this out. We can still do the same work. Like, we could still do the selling and all that stuff. Why do we have to do it with a name?
Mhm.
Like, who needs a name? Fuck it. So it just got to this point where, like, I just started feeling like, hey, we're being used. Like, this is not real. This whole, like, talk about, like, we're homies and these guys are my big bros. They take care of us. It's not true. It's a
Yeah.
cult, right? That's what gangs essentially are.
Yeah.
It's like they're just basically using these little kids as fucking little hookers to do their dirty work, and then you
Yeah.
have to kick up money. So yeah,
There is like that pyramid scheme aspect.
right?
But like that parallel exists in so many organized groups, just at different gangs are like the most like unchecked I don't want to say evil, but like evil, like because
Yeah.
it's so unchecked, it ends up evil version of it. But like fraternities, military,
Yeah.
business, right? That exact concept of I did my time, I did the exact thing you're doing.
Yeah.
So now it's very unfair for you, but it is now your turn.
Yeah.
It's just the exact structure of every human organization that happens. And it's just fun. And then it is cult like, but then it's like, that's everything. Like a frat is exactly like when I was pledging a frat, it was exactly that. It's like, we're going to just brainwash you and treat you like shit.
Right.
But it's okay because we all got treated like shit.
Yeah.
And so now it's just your turn. And then when I become a brother, I'm like, hell yeah, now it's my turn to treat them like shit. And then just cycle continues.
Yeah.
And the military, it's like boot camp, right? And it's like, oh, but then now we bonded over the fact that we all just got treated like shit in the
Yeah.
same way. In a business, right? Like in like being in like a startup or like a small business, right? Like it feels very much like you have a set you're repping, or like you're repping something, right? Like he spends his life on Super Bonsai, he spends his life on Super Bonsai, and then like, but like once a new person comes in, you dump all the work you don't want to them, and it's like, hey, I did that bullshit. Now it's
Yeah.
your turn, right? Like, you know,
But the turning point is that you want that work that you put in to be a good investment because the older
Exactly.
boys are taking care of you.
yes,
Like you have a good alumni program.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Or even for a gang, right? That's just
Yeah.
not good organizational
It's
structure.
bad.
Yeah.
No, because none of us felt led.
Exactly.
And then we didn't feel taken care of by our leaders. We felt exploited by our leaders.
Yeah.
So then we were like, hey, if we all leave, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Can't jump us out.
Yeah.
We're the majority.
Yeah.
So we started talking to one person after another person, and we're like, yeah, you know what? We're not going to fight your war. But we didn't say it like that. We're like, oh, yeah, we're leaving. But and then all they could say is kind of being disappointed. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
So I do think too, like Asian gangs are like more business first. Well, depends on what kind. Like Bart was mentioning, if you grew up rich, you're probably just doing more like white collar crime or fraud or things like that. A lot of like the gangs that started from Vietnamese refugees, they were just like wild hotheads.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just going around, like if there's just violent times or party animals. I feel like they made hella money to like just party.
Yeah.
And then like the Chinese dudes, they have like an old structure if you're part of like the triads or whatever. But even then the youngsters broke off from that and then they did their own thing. They started dressing Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, there was a bunch of, I don't think there's like one Asian gang thing, but you do see similarities of just like, here's a bunch of street thugs that came together to do some stuff. I was a part of a group that had triad links that got abandoned by their leaders.
Mm.
And then so the older generation were basically the grunts of these like
Of the more
triad
legit
organized
triads.
guys.
Yeah.
And then the organized guys moved to the East Coast. And then so the guys that recruited us, what they were familiar with were robberies, armed robberies. There's a whole news article where they did this tourist bus heist where these Chinese tourists were coming in and they would hold them up like an old Western cowboy thingy, like a stagecoach robbery.
Damn.
Yeah. So their style, every group has a different style of their little racket.
Yeah.
Like-
They're making money.
Yeah. Yeah. Like one would do insurance fraud and they're non-violent, and then they might be too scared to fight. They're a gang, but they don't fight. They're
Yeah.
non-violent. And then you'll have guys that just do nothing but violence. They don't make any money. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the big game.
Vietnamese boys. No, I mean, that I'm just, stereotyping, but the Vietnamese people are probably the most feared.
Yeah.
I would hang out with this one group. I won't say which name, but they would just drive around with bullet holes on their door, on their car.
Jesus.
And then like, because
That's
they
scary,
get
though.
shot at
Yeah.
all the time because they're just shooting openly at people.
Yeah.
And then for no reason, too, they're just hot-headed. And I'm just like, dude, but they're the funnest people to party with.
But those are the true menaces to society,
Yeah.
though. Like, I need to see those people locked up. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I need to see more police to see those people locked
Oh,
up, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Funniest contrast. So when I ended up moving into the 626, I had a bunch of Vietnamese homies too.
Uh-huh.
And the ones that were in Vietnamese gangs, we would go to Friday night church because a lot of them were Catholic.
Uh-huh.
And then right after do the fucking craziest shit.
Like, shoot at people.
Yeah. They're like, I reset. Now I could do more.
Well, that's because also church had bomb food.
Okay.
So we're like, okay, let's hit this place up. We're all gonna get fed. and then we're gonna go to
Yeah.
whatever crazy ass shit.
Jesus.
At what point in this storyline did you guys meet? So how old are you?
We met in
Maybe 18.
maybe
19?
2004, maybe.
Oh well, I know I was just
ELAC, right?
yeah.
One of
So I
that
was
MMA
active
place.
with the group, and then we have a mutual friend who was like, "Hey, you want to do some MMA?" And I'm like, "My karate's like whack. I don't want to do that shit." And he goes, "No, you could fight here. They'll let you fight full contact." And I was like, "No shit." And that's where I met this dude.
And you were just there fighting?
No, so me and my buddy, so from some, I guess my evolution, like you join gangs because you have a lot of anger in your heart.
Yep.
You don't know, right? You're not like a healed person or whatever.
Sad boys.
So yeah, so you got all this anger, and then and this anger led me into gangs, getting in trouble, getting kicked out of school, getting kicked out of another school, and I'm like, okay, I just need to like not be a part of people that do like all these illegal activities. So the school that I ended up landing at was called Marqueppel, and it's in San Gabriel Valley. And then while we're there, I don't know how this happened, but we formed like a fight club. So every Thursday on Hershey Avenue, which is 2 streets over, people would come, and then we would just like pair people up, and we would just scrap, and there'd be like 5 to 10 fights every single time. And
So, like just fists or
yeah,
like
just fists.
no gloves, no.
We
mouth
would have
guard?
different rules for different people. So like we're like let's say you needed to fight that dude who's 250. We're like, well, he gets gloves in, and then you go bare knuckle. Like we'll just like make it up on the spot.
Give him a bat.
Yeah, we'll just make it up on the spot.
Was it like a ring? Was it grass?
No, it's literally like on the street, like on
Street?
yeah.
Wait, also, that's so funny because every high school has the group of kids that decide to make their own fight club.
Yeah.
Because I was in a fight club when I was in high school too. Like I wasn't like in it, but when I had come back from juvie and like being gone for so long, they were like, "I want to fight you," and I'm like, I'm trying to get out this life, but I can't look like a bitch. Like, you know, so like, I'm gonna go fight you. And then I started enjoying it low key because you would fight and then be like boys after. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
low key, I'm making
So
friends.
yeah, we would scrap and do all that, and
Yeah.
then after me and my boy, we graduated high school and we're at a community college. I think we still had a little bit of that in us.
Mhm.
So what we ended up doing, we went up and down the street of the cities that we lived in and like kind of like lived in. And we went to every single martial arts school and we're like, hey, if we can fuck up your black belts, if your black belt can fuck us up, we'll join. And we would just challenge schools. And most of them said kung fu movie.
That's
dude.
badass, right?
It's literally a kung fu movie
Yeah, and
plot.
most of them said no.
Yeah.
Most of them said no until this school.
Yeah.
We go to this school.
Which is the one that you're in?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that we met in.
So we
yeah.
went to this school. The sensei there, he's like this like old school Japanese dude. He goes, "Oh, dude, I don't even need my guys to fight you." He goes, "This is what our tests look like." So they're belt tests. He gets a VHS, he plays it, and it's just full on fucking scrapping people, like punching people like while they're on the ground, fucking stomping and shit.
Oh my God.
And then so me and my boy were like, "This is us." So we joined together, and it was a very small school because just way too much violence. People just aren't gonna stay if you have
Yeah, no shit.
injuries. So he ended up recruiting him because we're always trying to get more people to like have more training partners.
Yeah.
And that's why I ended up making.
But you know what's funny though? It sounds like he made this clean, like, hey, we're gonna stop being like stupid little thugs, but he still had a fight in him. And guess what? Him and his buddies made this group called the Peacemakers.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to
Remember
bring
the
this
fuck-
up.
Peacemakers.
Please tell the audience what the peacemakers are.
Yes.
The Peacemakers.
So
It's
this
so
was my
funny.
favorite
So this-
thing to hear.
This is the evolution of your fight club, or like, Peacemakers in that exact storyline. Where does it begin?
So
And by the way, I thought it was so lame, but I was like, I don't get it. You guys want to keep the peace
I
by
don't
beating
get it.
up people
Honestly,
at parties?
I don't get it either, man.
I
So
love this.
So good.
So I would say I stopped all of gang stuff at 15. And then I went into like my rave era where it's like, oh, let's stop acting hard. Now let's pop ecstasy and it's all about love. and listen to music, all that, right? So I did that for like maybe like a year and a half, 2 years or whatever. And I was like, wait, this isn't like, I'm not getting straight A's from raving and shit. I'm still like on the verge of not being able to graduate. Like my GPA was still like 1.5 or it was like horrendous. And so I always had kind of like this what I'm supposed to do, like this North Star, and then I always like evaluate what the hell I'm doing. And I'm always like, man, everything I'm doing is like so far away. And that's when I was like, when we got together with my friends, I'm like, oh, but what if I start creating a group with my friends where we're doing positive things? So we do
Like beating up people at parties.
So we'll do positive things where we like we have like we hold barbecues at the park, and we try to like have people like speak of their goals, they can manifest their goals. And then it just so happened that like everyone is still dressed the same way. So we still are like smoking cigarettes next to like rice rockets and shit. And then we're like, that guy looks like he's starting trouble. We need to go fuck him up. So it's like one thing kind of like leads to another. And it ends up being like a well-intentioned group, but we're still doing dumb fucking things. Because then now it goes from like, wait, so if there's guys fucking up those guys, like those guys playing Magic the Gathering behind the bleachers, if these bullies are fucking them up, how many more bullies are there out there? Let's go to the fucking frat row and go see where all the bullies are at. So we go to fucking clubs, we go to fraternities, those parties and stuff, and we would purposely push each other into other people to see like we push up, and if some fool like try to act hard, then we would just jump them right there and then, yes, we got another one tonight.
And they're starting shit.
They're like trying to raise money for like, I don't know, to have like a new fucking beer pong table.
Yeah.
And we're just there starting shit, going up and down, trying to like fuck people up, thinking we're doing something
And
good.
at the same time, you're training MMA.
Oh yeah,
So
it
you're
was-
like actually
because
good
they
at
wanna
this shit,
use the
right?
moves.
so it's real life
And
practice.
he's a unit. You were working out back then too, huh?
I wasn't as big as I was now, but I was working out.
But you were big in comparison to the kids of your age.
Maybe, yeah.
No, he's always been pretty big because, like, I think Asians didn't really work out and get.
Exactly.
Like,
That's
they're
what I'm
no size now,
imagining.
yeah.
It's like a an Asian frat party, and then Bart is there. And seven Barts, the peacemakers, and they walk in, and then they fucking knock some twig into the fucking wall, and he stands up for himself, and then you just see seven. It's like seven gorillas just beating him with 2 minutes.
So we're trying to do good.
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, we were trying to do good, but it didn't turn out that way.
I remember our buddy had a party and I tried to stop a fight, but I ended up fucking up the guy that was trying to fight.
So the guy that we challenged schools with, at his house, we had a going away party for our other buddy who was going into the military, and he ended up getting into a fight with some other guy at a peacemaker party.
This is when you guys are friends and know each other already.
We knew each other.
Yeah. I was
A
like,
peacemaker party.
because I was trying to stop two guys from fighting, but I ended up punching the guys that were fighting.
Well, that sounds like on theme. But I'm imagining a peacemaker party is just like a trap. You know what I mean? Like they advertise a party, but you show up and you just get jumped.
We even had a girl that wanted to box guys, and she was out like swinging, sparring dudes.
Was she like manly looking?
Yeah, she's pretty. She what do you call him? A stud? She's a stud.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, so what made you decide? So you obviously from the beginning, it sounds like was like this peacemaker thing is like kind of sus, but like, how did you discover like when was your epiphany moment? You're like, wait, I'm just jumping people, like.
I honestly don't know if I had an epiphany like that. It was just like
Ran out of people to jump.
No, I think it was just like, you know, in community college, it's short lived. It's
Yeah.
like 2-3 years, right?
Yeah.
So I think by the time it was time for people to like transfer and go to their 4-year, everyone just naturally split up, and then so you lose contact with people or whatever.
The
So
band split up.
Thank
yeah.
God, honestly.
Yeah, honestly. So it just naturally.
All the frats in the area are like rejoicing.
So so it was that. It was us splitting up and then kind of losing that common interest. At the same time, me and Joe started making YouTube videos together. So that was
really?
like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm just devote all that time and energy into this new thing, and then so that kind of like started to sprout.
So instead of beating people up, you went to making YouTube videos.
How to make people laugh.
Fire, great transition.
Yeah.
How old are you guys at that point?
19? 20? No.
When we started making videos, then it was 2007.
Oh, 2007,
Now it's
yeah.
like Now we're like 23 now.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah.
So 23, you start making your first videos. What was the first, like, why did you decide to make a video even in the first place?
So YouTube at the time, we thought it was just like Vimeo or whatever, where you send files.
It's the hosting side.
And I think I was sick one day, and then it was a trend for people to like write on their chin, and then they would flip the camera upside down and have it talk, like kind of like Annoying Orange and all these guys,
I
right?
remember that.
So I made something funny. It was called Mr. Chin Has a Bad Day, right? And I was talking about how like my dog died and shit. And then so I sent this video to him, and then he was like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious!" And then he made Uncle Sam Gets Jacked as a thing to send back to me. And then
Don't look for it, by the way.
yeah,
Is it on there? Is it still
all
on
of it.
there?
I remember. all of
Uncle
it.
might
Sam.
be,
That
it
was
might
one of
be.
the that went viral. Like the second
Yeah.
video we made went viral.
I think Uncle
Yeah.
Sam was how I found you guys actually,
That's fire.
because I remember distinctly Uncle Sam.
Where he got jacked at the gas station.
Yeah. Like,
That's a lot of
it's
people's
always
first-
funny
first,
hearing your
like-
guys' background because all I remember is that stupid teddy bear hat you would always wear.
Yeah. And it's, so I made that for him, just to make him laugh.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the public can view these videos.
That's so fucking
Yeah, we didn't
funny.
know like people. We saw comments and we saw like the view count, and we're like, dude, we don't have 100 friends. There's 100 people that looked at this, and then the comments would be like, make more, make more. So then we started making more videos together. Yeah.
What was the first? So then the Uncle Sam, the second video ever went viral. What was viral back then too?
I don't know, 100 views, something.
All of the people on YouTube.
I don't know, man. Like after it broke like 1,000, I was like, dude,
Yeah.
this is
I think
crazy.
breaking 1,000 was crazy to us.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then
Because we come from the pager era.
Yeah. I mean, thinking that it was like a video sending site, like it's hilarious.
It probably broke like 100K or something. But back then, that was like, wow, because no one was getting million views.
No, 100,000 views back then is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
That's a viral video. What so then when did you start, like, I guess, taking it serious, like making videos as like, hey, this is what we should do now, we should try to scale this or like make more?
years after.
Yeah, because I don't think we had the like, okay, let's scale it. It was just more so this is fun, so let's do a lot of this whenever we can in our free time. Meanwhile, we were still focused on college because at that time there's no one with like a YouTube career or social media or anything.
Yeah.
So it didn't seem like a viable thing for anybody to do. We're like, okay, we got to go after our real job
Yeah.
and then
This is a hobby.
make.
There
this
was no
viable.
AdSense either.
Yeah.
I don't think for even a couple years they didn't have the AdSense program.
Do you remember the moment AdSense dropped?
It was an email that we got, and they were like, they're testing out this thing, sign up. So you had to get invite, and it was beta, and then we signed up for it.
How
And
many
then,
subscribers are you guys at this point?
Dude, we never kept track of those things. So all I remember is the check. Like we got paid, and we're like, oh my god, we could buy cameras. Remember that? It
Yeah,
was
I
like,
remember.
like is it $1,000 or
I
something?
remember
right?
it was. I think it was all fucking bullshit. Like it was like we're getting scammed. I remember like there's like this mythical thing called the YouTube partner, you know, that you would hear people talk about. And I remember us getting partnered. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then they'll be like, oh, okay, you're making this much like on the website. It'll be like $200 in February or whatever, right?
And then it's asking you for your social security.
Exactly.
And
And
you're
I'm
like,
like,
nah.
fuck you. You fucking trying to jack my shit. And then it wasn't until we got the actual check, and I'm like, oh shit, they're not scamming us. This is
Oh,
real.
that's right. We were
I don't believe anything digital.
we
at
were
the time.
racking money
I
up
like how
in
you
there,
still gave them
but
your
we didn't.
social security.
But just in case,
$200
just in
is
case,
$200.
just in case it's real money, let's put our social security.
Yeah, we were still college students,
Yeah.
and then we weren't sure if the money would come.
At all.
That was crazy, and it came in paper checks. Like it wasn't a digital deposit or
Oh,
nothing
that's
like
fucking
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
They paged you about it. The CEO of
Hey,
YouTube
check
is like, go to your payphone.
Yeah.
but this was what, like 2008 maybe,
Yeah, no,
and then like it just became a whole scene. Like Asians didn't have anything like that we can put content on, and then like there were like some things on TV growing up, but not really like
There were no role models.
nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby Lee was on Mad TV. He was like a role model. He was pretty cool in the comedy scene. But I don't know, like there wasn't any things that there are like today
Yeah.
where you could have like Crazy Rich Asians, or you could just have an all Asian cast. we didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the motivator for us because it's like, oh, I grew up on In Living Color, SNL, comedy sketches. Comedy sketches were a big thing during the time we were making YouTube. And we're like, oh, like black people are doing theirs, Mexicans are doing theirs, we should do ours. And then that's when we started making JK films.
That's so true. The Chappelle Show, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big one for us. Yeah.
Chappelle Show was great.
Yeah.
I feel like it was very like JK Films was very Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
That's what we try to do.
Yeah.
Because growing up, like, there's so few Asians, and you always just latch onto that one random Asian in a big show to be like that one side character.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no forefront ones.
But yeah, and it was always the ones that were gay or nerds.
Yeah.
Just some. It was all the stereotypic, all the regular stereotypes.
Yeah.
And then Han from Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And what was it? Glenn from The Walking Dead. The two
That's
biggest
right.
game changers. When I saw them pulling the baddie too, and I was like,
Yep.
oh my god, it's possible. I didn't believe it till now. I can do it.
Which is
R.I.P.
why we
Glenn.
were like,
R.I.P. Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. Spoiler alert. Spoiler
Yo,
alert.
that's been out for like years, so
Yeah, yeah,
that's
it's not her
all
fault
for
at
you,
this
then,
point,
like,
but-
bro, go outside.
no, but that's something we were talking about during that time. We're like, what? Like, I don't connect with any of these Asians on TV. And, I think like the whole identity of what it means to be Asian American was like, there was nothing. Like, and we're like, how come black folks have like their showtime at the Apollo? They have their like music, they have their thing. And then it's like, Asians don't have their music here. They don't have nothing, like no style. We have our Rice Rockets and whatever, and then we got jacked by Fast and Furious. And then so it was all like
No swag whatsoever.
we had our thing, but it wasn't like
Broadcast.
no, because like when we grew up, we were like, oh, when we go to the gym, there's buff ass Asians, there's non-nerdy Asians, there's like there's diversity because where we grew up is the highest concentration of Asian Americans in America.
Yeah, so you get you get the cool ones, the ones that are
We
focused on
see
the,
it all, right? But then like maybe Asian kids that grew up
in the
like
Midwest.
they don't know what we have those styles, we have those
Yeah.
different things. You could be a rocker Asian, you could be like a goth Asian, you could be whatever Asian, right? But then that's what we wanted to show.
In retrospect, do you think you did it?
I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I
mean,
think
looking
I think our
at
era
multiple
did it.
people here that watch them growing up.
I even did. I mean, like, I was literally like telling people like about this trip. Like, the first thing I would say is like, it's a dream come true. I want to be on JK News. You know what I mean? Like, that was the first thing. Not I'm going to Vegas. Not I'm gonna go party. Like, I'm gonna be on JK News. So
yeah, you're gonna be with all the homies in Vegas on a lovely, wonderful trip.
I mean, that came next.
Okay.
But no, I mean, yeah. I guess my follow up was like, if you don't feel that way, you shouldn't feel that way. I feel like you did really impact the culture.
absolutely.
I also think everyone at the time did it together,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
For
Because
sure.
it was like a multi-front effort.
Yeah.
And then I remember like when we would start doing like meet and greets, or we would do these college performances and stuff, it would be like majority Asians at first, and over time
It got very diverse.
very diverse.
Yeah.
And then so even with when we like started going like full-blown JK News, we kind of moved away from like the super Asian stuff. We would still put that stuff out there because that's still like our core fan base.
Yeah.
But we were like, oh, we gotta like, open it up and stuff.
That's what was very cool to me about UTI stuff was obviously a lot of the stuff we talked about was our personal experiences, which is Asian, right? Asian American at least.
Yeah.
But when we would go to like meet and greets and stuff, it was wildly diverse. Like
Yeah.
almost like half, like less than half Asian, like maybe like 35% Asian, and then
Yeah.
the rest like everything else, right?
Yep,
and I was
that's
just
sick.
like, that's super sick that like Asian culture has now become interesting enough to everyone that like even though we are definitely an Asian American culture centric show, like
Yep.
people were all interested. People of all sorts were interested.
Yeah, we didn't lead with Asianness. It was more like, let's make some dope ass comedy.
Yeah.
And then like we'll just tell stories of our childhood and things like that. But then like Bart's right though, it was a whole unit of everybody in that era. And I think what it did is it gave the next gen like options. Because it's like, I'm not really a JK guy. Maybe I'm a Wong Fu guy.
yeah,
Or, like
I was gonna-
maybe, huh?
That's what I was gonna bring up. It was like you and Ryan Higa, you guys were more comedic, where Wong Fu kind of opened my eyes to like, wow, there's like Asian people directing like these short films
Yeah.
that
Like rom-com
Yeah,
Asians
like-
and like, yeah.
like these are genuinely good short films that I get to watch on YouTube
Yeah.
as a little kid, and every actor's Asian, or most of the actors are Asian. The front person is Asian. Like,
Yep.
you don't see this shit on TV.
Yeah.
So
It
major props
genuinely
to them
gave,
too.
yeah, it genuinely gave me hope as a little child that was like, do I have to be a doctor? Like, you know, like I'm not good at school. Like, I
And
don't
then the
like
next
school.
gen they don't understand that. Like they
Yeah.
don't know you have to be engineer, doctor option,
Yeah.
right? Like that's
No,
our
lawyer
gen.
was in there too. We had 3.
Lawyer. Yeah. But I think everyone under 30, they didn't grow up with that kind of pressure
Yeah.
of like,
I'm trying to think of like, so like, we call it the golden age of Asian YouTube, which is like your guys' generation
Yeah.
essentially, right? It's like Ryan Higa, you guys,
Kev Jumbo,
Kev Jumbo,
Wong Fu.
Wong Fu.
Dietrich's?
Yeah,
all of the dance guys.
Chris
Like
Pratt.
that.
I would
Yeah, yeah,
consider that like the ABDC world.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
yep,
ABDC world, I would say that probably pushed the whole thing on steroids
Uh-huh.
because there was already like people on their personal like phones and laptops that are watching this stuff.
Oh, and then it was
But that
TV.
was
And then when it got
TV.
matched
Yep.
on mainstream media,
Yep.
that's when it was like boom.
Bro, I remember
exploded.
when I seen Poriot. I didn't give a fuck about dancing when I was young.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not my passion. I don't care about this. But I seen Poriotics doing all their crazy shit and realizing they were mostly Asian. I was like,
yeah,
whoa.
it was exactly that for
Whoa,
Quest Crew.
I
with
support
me.
you.
Yeah.
and
My-
Quest Crew, yo.
My favorite was so I didn't give a fuck about dance either.
Yeah.
The clip that I saw that made me go, I fucking love these guys about Poriotics is when they interviewed them. Can would go straight into a Vietnamese accent, so he like almost brought it back, like it owned it, you know. Whereas before it was a theme that like, oh, you would make fun of Asians because they have this
Ken,
accent.
like the one on your show.
yeah, he
Oh,
was a
shit.
Poriotics.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he would do the Vietnamese accent on mainstream, and I'm like, oh shit, that's like our
Yeah.
version of saying the N word, like on fucking Fox or you know,
Because he was just trolling.
CBS
Yeah,
or whatever.
The
yeah.
world doesn't know he doesn't have that
Only your own
accent.
slur.
Yeah, they don't know
Yeah.
that he's not a fob or whatever. He
Yeah,
is, and he
yeah.
just say he just like speak like that. I'm like, that's so fucking sick.
That
It's
is
so
so
funny
sick.
too.
Yeah.
And then all the musicians like AJ Raphael,
Yeah.
Clara C.
Yes.
You know, there were so many. And then like, yeah, and then I think we were able to see the talents and the diversity, and then everyone kind of in our world were represented. So you could be like the Cockroach Asians, you know, and
Like
then,
us.
yes, and then dumbfounded laughs about it, like you like, yeah, it's like us and Tim, and then like we're
Is
kind of
dumbfounded a cockroach Asian?
yeah, I
I
mean
mean, cockroach Asian.
You guys want to explain to her?
So I feel like there's
They
this-
coined this term, by the
So
way.
okay, this became very, very clear when we would all hang out. Cause like I think in the Asian American, like either you go to like Gold House or you have like those galas, like there's like these Asian American events that would happen, right?
Like industry leader events.
yeah. We're all hanging out, we're all peers. But then we noticed the brands that are willing to work with certain talent is completely different.
Yeah.
So with like the Wong Fu crowd, they would get the stuff that you would see at stores, you know, like
AT&T.
AT&T, and then we're like, oh, that's a different Asian, because then every time the other brands would hit us up, like Dumb or Tim or us,
Yeah.
it's another set of brands that like are maybe edgier, and we realize, oh, so there's kind of like the light time Asians where it's okay to have the lights on, and then the Cockroach Asians when we come out.
Like the edgier, kind of more non-PC.
Like we would never get an AT&T brand deal.
Where we get DraftKings, baby.
It's literally exactly us.
See, I just learned I am a cockroach.
You are
Yeah,
indeed
yeah,
a cockroach Asian. That's why you fit in so well.
Well,
You.
I completely misunderstood that metaphor. I thought cockroach Asian meant like you just survive regardless of anything, like
That too.
cancellation,
Also that, too, yeah.
or
I
like
think it fits. That also fits.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, we could survive a nuclear apocalypse. Yeah.
I mean, it's harder for us to get canceled.
Mhm.
Like for Wong Fu, like if they could say the F word, you know, like
Yeah.
fuck or whatever, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe they fucking said that. But then for us, that is our content.
Right.
it's exactly the kind of audience you cultivate, which is why the safest brands, which are the ones with the most money, will go to the safest Asians.
Because we always have those discussions like, why do we have to be so fucking
Trust me.
vulgar?
So I have, in the same exact way with bar chemistry. So I have a peer of mine, a good friend, John Rondi, whose page is the exact same topic, growing at the exact same rate, started at the exact same time. Me and him are the exact same age, right? He's white though. It has nothing to do with race, but all to do with like our content types.
Yeah.
So me and my content, I'm making like school shooter jokes, dick jokes.
Yeah.
Just like create like every video has some form of brand risk joke in it.
Yeah.
His content is like, Dad, will you teach me how to tie a tie? Dad, do you know how to make a Manhattan? And then like, so luckily for me, like I was always in the boat of like have my own product to link my own content back to, so I do not have to rely on brand deals for money. And then I'm getting brand deals still, and some of them are big brands, but I'm looking at him, I'm like, bro, we have the same followers. If anything, I get more views than you. And that's the type of brand deals you're doing. You're making me look poor. Like I look broke. And then it's like, they wouldn't even, like if you mentioned my name in a conversation to these brands, they'd be like, fuck no, get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
And it's like, my boy Joe always relates it to like he's, what is it, PBS and you're HBO.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
PBS, HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're HBO, you gotta make your own merch. You gotta make your own products.
Yeah. Or if you get huge enough, then that's when we realize you're also undeniable.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get,
You need to hit either critical mass or like it's the I think the Nelk boys are the most successful version of the strategy.
Yeah.
Where if you realize like, okay, the way I am and what I'm known for is a brand risk, then I need to be my own brand and like sell my own shit. And yeah.
And that's kind of how we always survive. Like we still get decent sponsorships and whatever, but that's why we segued into entrepreneurship, building businesses, because we realized like, dude, I don't know.
No one's gonna come hand it to us.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And it's hard to change.
Oh, 100. It's hard to change when that's who you are to begin. I've realized with the Cockroach Asians too, the backstory is always there of why you don't give a fuck and why you like act like that versus like I don't want to call them the Wong Fu Asians.
Gold House Asian.
The
right?
Gold
That's-
House
Gold
Asians.
House
Exactly.
Asians.
The more
Yeah.
prestigious ones that, you know, they put the light on. It's like, well, you know, you went to an Ivy League school and both your parents are still together.
Well, taking the Asian like race out of it is just I hate, especially living in LA. I hate how genuinely disgusting some of those super PR influencers and like, bro, you
They're
meet
like
these
the
people,
worst people.
and I've
legit
seen
the worst human
beings.
genuinely, and I've seen them do some crazy shit, or like I've heard about them from close friends, shit they did or how they act. I'm like, you have a disgusting heart.
Yeah.
And
They're
then
like
it's just-
squeaky clean, but then they're
I
like
fucking hate that
fucking
shit, bro.
demons behind the scenes, right?
Like,
Yeah,
like
we've seen it
demons to
all.
other people, like
Yep.
legit, like actual shitbag human beings to like the people close to them, especially too. But like online, so fucking perfect. And
Yeah.
it's so infuriating. But-
Well, they'll be outright telling people not to drink, and they're raging alcoholics, and it's like,
we see it.
wow.
honestly, that's like the least of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like just online, like it's the people that get involved in like online drama, like the quickest to like denounce people in drama online, like, oh, that shitty ass human being, they're a fucked up human being. But in real life, like they are like legit scumming people over left and right, like people that they personally know, just because like it won't get out on the internet. So to them, like reality is their online image, and whatever they do to people in real life doesn't matter as long as it's not on the internet. And as long as they can uphold this image to random people that don't know them online, that's all that matters to them.
I mean, that's the crazy part, right? Is like we all made the choice to not play that game and just kind of be more authentic to who we are.
You know?
When you guys run into that, right? Like just in social media, and then you realize who these people really are. Like, what do you end up doing? Like, do you go, oh, I can't really fuck with you anymore, or like,
Well, if it's personally affected us a few times, right?
Yeah.
So in those scenarios, like, and it's not really like our decision either. It's more like them kind of they're usually the type to be like, I'm not fucking with you over some shit that like, that's crazy because you do the exact same. We're friends enough that you do the exact same thing.
yeah,
And that like you only think it's bad because people told you to think it's bad online, then got mad at you about it, right? Like it's like that's insane. But
yeah. So like because we're the opposite. Is like if our friends get canceled or whatever, like we're always friends.
we know.
It doesn't fucking matter.
That's why
Yeah.
you're our dogs.
And that's happened to a lot of But though on the flip side, though, what we've noticed is when people get canceled, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to be anywhere fucking near you."
Yeah.
And then it's like, I thought you guys were friends. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But that happens a lot. And then for me, I'm like, I got into this game so I don't have to be corporate, so I don't have to be inauthentic. It's stressful for me to have multiple faces.
Yeah.
I'd rather just kind of be able to do this and then, exist. But yeah, I'm so always fascinated by like people that get into the game, and I'm like, why did you get into the game when you can have all this freedom like to end up just a corporate type of dude who's two-faced and political.
Yeah, I totally fucking agree. Question about relationships now. So both of you are in relationships, but one of you had a very interesting public reveal for the relationship. You and Gio, right?
Yeah.
How long were you dating secretly?
We were dating secretly.
Well, like not secretly amongst your peers, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Publicly secretly, right?
Yeah, you guys didn't tell. You made it an effort to not say anything.
Yeah, so we got together in 2008, and so that's a year after we started JK. And during those times, we're probably like uploading a video maybe once a month or something. And when I graduated college, Jill was full time doing her career thing. That's when me and Joe decided, like, okay, we're gonna do this full time, and we started to need help. So we started to include Gio, like little by little.
And you were already dating Gio at this time.
Yeah, fully dating Gio, and we started to include her. And then by the time she started to appear on camera and stuff, when we would go and do meet and greets or do like any networking events,
She was our honeypot.
people would recognize her. Like, oh, that's Gio. So she's like this thing now. And once we realized she was this thing, and then she actually has like she was our producer, people would always, I don't know why during those times, they would view her like as in the shadows and not really recognize that she's her own like legit role in the company. So we just thought, instead of, if we're this thing where she's just gonna be Bart's girlfriend, let's make it not be Bart's girlfriend, and Gio is Gio, Gio the producer, and that was a way to make her, like, I guess, more legitimate when we're doing our stuff. And it's kind of like that thing where you tell a small lie, then it kind of builds and builds and builds. So it just became this, okay, we're just totally like single, and then when we go to these events. Now,
everyone thinks you're both single.
We're both single. We
So
never
she just gets hit on.
Yeah, we never hold hands in public. Even if we go on like we went to what is it called? We got booked for a tour in Australia for a week.
Sick.
And we're with like all our other peers. We just walk side by side, like don't hold hands.
Just completely acting like you're not together.
Not together, and we're just like,
damn, even amongst your peers, it
was just us three. Like no one really knew.
Really?
Yeah. And it wasn't until I don't know when we revealed it, but I think it was at a time where we're like, oh, maybe it's too hard to hide, or like this is probably juicy, or people probably really want
good engagement. Wait, question. So I remember you guys telling me that you would, at these functions, Gio gets hit on because obviously everyone thinks she's single. Are you the jealous type?
No, not at all. I think it's so funny.
Really? So you're just sitting there watching like.
Because I know the truth.
Yeah.
Right. So I know the truth.
So she gives us all these collabs because they're trying to get closer to her. And then we end up having a collab with everybody. That's how we met so many people.
Wait, can you drop some names or not?
But I thought it was funny. And I was like, yay, Gio, thank you.
Was it like that level of secrecy? Obviously, it sounds a little stressful. Was it also kind of like fun though? Like in a way that like having like a secret identity almost would have, or no?
I think it was more fun. It was definitely fun because I had Joe.
Yeah.
Because somebody that knew.
Because you need someone to know the truth.
We're giggling in the back.
Yeah. If it's just me and Gio like fucking going off doing things and then we're just living this lie, it's weird, But we have an inside joke with us three. And then the more we built the group, they all kind of knew. Then it became more and more fun,
We had a lot of actually funny secrets because we like to see how the audience reacts. Like we didn't tell anybody what our backgrounds were, like ethnic backgrounds were, because
the whole time.
for like shit till like 2014 or something, like 2015. Yeah.
Because especially.
Bye, Tristan.
Oh, okay.
See you,
Hi, Tristan.
See ya.
Before you guys went public, were there a lot of fans that were shipping you guys and wanting you guys together or anything?
Oh man.
Yeah. Fuck you, bum.
Tristan's leaving the trip like for some reason 24 hours early.
Yeah.
Just always leaving.
Always. Anyway, sorry. Continue. Yes.
I'm gonna get basic drip on that.
No, you're right. Get out of here. You know what he does? But sorry for this interruption, but you know what he does all the time? If we're like in a friend thing somewhere, and then he's trying to like dip out on it because he's a tired guy. He's kind of like you. He's literally he's very locked in. He's very healthy. He's jacked, right? So then he's like, and then we're like, nah, dude, come be bad with us. And then he's like, nah, bro, I'm tired. And then his get out of jail free card every time. He's like, I got work to do. And he looks at me and I'm like, go home. Go home right now. I'll buy your Uber. Get home. But yeah, I like that question.
Yeah. Did you have fans that wanted you guys together?
Oh man, I didn't know. Did we?
Yeah, I think a lot of the girls would do fanfics or whatever, and then what I noticed is every single time we sat next to a girl, they would ship us. And they would be like, can't you see like them actually being together?
The knees touching. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like the way he looks at her.
I like how that part of the internet has never changed.
That's honestly one of my favorite parts. Like just the fantasy romanticization.
Yeah.
But okay, so with Esther and Jeremy, I feel like when they went public, we got hella comments of like, "This is my Bart and Geo" and blah blah blah.
Oh, really?
Which was hella cute to me because it was so cool to see like just like a internet full circle moment, especially because both of them watched you guys.
Yeah.
And then them kind of organically going the same route. Very different from you guys though, because they fully were like, "Nah, we're gonna lie to the audience. We don't want to tell anyone we're dating." We all knew.
Why did they choose to do that?
I don't blame them. Like they don't like want, because our podcast is a very like we put all our information out there type thing. Like people would just have their own opinions and all the things about their relationship. And so like
She wanted to keep something that's private.
yeah, it was a mutual decision on both their parts. But it was funny because when we were doing parties, like they were dating since then, right? And but obviously a lot of guys would be at these parties that were like, yo, I think Esther's hot. And then like you would see at the meet and greet lines, like certain guys would be like, I want to pick with just Esther. And then and then you'd see Jeremy in the back just like grilling, right?
He's jealous.
He swears he's not like the jealous side, but then you see him in the back like this. And then without fail, every time he'll pull up on them alone, like way separately, where he thinks no one's looking, and be like, yo, by the way, we're dating.
Wow.
And like drop it in their ear.
That's so crazy.
Hilarious.
I thought, because for me, it's way opposite. Because if we had a meet and greet line and we weren't together, and then some dude would be like, "Yo, what do you think are my chances with you?" I'm like, "Dude, she's single right now." She's shooting her shot. I was like, I think you're her type too.
That's so funny.
Because to me, it's hilarious.
That's
crazy. Wow.
Bart always walks away when a guy's about to like
If
hit
I
on
see it,
Geo.
yeah, she's waiting for me to go. Like, she's waiting for me to step in. Hey, she's with me or whatever.
You'll hide in the corner to
If I see
giggle.
it happen, I just start walking the other direction.
Yeah,
That's
I think
great.
that's funny too.
Curious about you guys. Wow, is this both of your first like public relationship?
Like this is my first relationship since I've been on the internet.
Oh, true.
I've blown up, I guess.
How about you?
Yeah, it's my first public relationship.
How is it different? In what ways is it bad, and in what ways is it good?
If we ever break up, I feel like it would be a dumpster fire, and I feel like people will be commenting Vit's name on my stuff for like ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then same with him, or like any tagging or anything. That just sounds terrible. But I mean, it's nice seeing everybody go, "Oh my God, they're so cute. Oh my God, blah 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 blah."
Has there been like a net growth for your pages? Because you guys post together a lot. Have you noticed that at all? Or
I barely post.
yeah.
I guess. Honestly, I thought I would be losing followers because I think my audience is more male dominated, but they kind of got used to it.
Wow.
Oh, they're here for
Yeah,
it too now.
Yeah.
They're like,
I didn't lose followers when I started.
they're like,
posting
he's
more.
pretty enough. I could do it.
Post more vid pics, please.
They're like, I want to watch you guys touch each other. I'm like, okay.
They live vicariously through Viet. When Viet gets a hug, I get a hug.
It's kind of like you guys. If you guys are like fans of me, like, don't you want to see me happy? You know, I can't just be single forever.
No,
No,
they're
not for them. They're fans of you for not that reason.
Yeah.
yeah.
But relationship content always grows. Like
Yeah.
people just want to see the story. I think
100%. Especially if you're somebody whose content had to do with your personality or your looks or like something related to like something parasocial, basically. Yeah.
And I think guys that like do it too, whenever you get in a relationship, you start to build a female audience, like a way bigger one.
I unfortunately have always had a largely female.
Unfortunately. Well, they follow you for different reasons, my friend. Yeah.
I think when I first like blew up on the internet, I remember my analytics being like 97% women.
What is it?
Yeah.
What is it now?
Wow.
I think it's 75% women now, 25% men, and that's just because I started like saying slurs.
Yeah.
I think ever since I started dating him, actually, my female audience has grown
That's
more, which is great.
hilarious.
I'm like, bring
Yeah.
me more women. Come on.
Wow.
Oh wow! So it's because I've always wondered the business benefit of a public relationship with another influencer. And I guess you guys are going through it, low key.
I mean, I'm assuming a lot of like, not a lot, but like some of my male audience probably started following him, and then vice versa.
Doubt it.
Hate following you.
I would say when we started Barbell Brigade, us being a couple definitely helped it, because I think it's all part of the story, right? Like when
Yeah.
you're building a brand, I
The
think,
founder story.
yeah, like it's all part of like the whole story. Like, oh, cool, look at these two, they're like this couple, and then they had a joint passion. That's so cool. And now they're building this thing together. It's like this mom and pop thing. So I think like there's definitely something that helps with the story part of it for sure.
I'm gonna take a slight left turn here because something you said just reminded me. You used ecstasy to save your marriage.
Yeah.
Like, explain how that even happens.
So I'm not a licensed therapist,
In case anyone was
but I
confused.
am a professional ecstasy user. I probably just junior year alone, I've taken over 1,000 pills.
I'm just gonna watch after.
Okay.
So I grew up like really like super strict, rigid, unemotional Asian upbringing.
Mhm.
Where like my mom would force me to meditate for an hour a day every single night, like, and I'm like fucking 6 years old, you know,
Jesus.
all the way up until I left and I moved in with my dad. So all the way up until I was like 14, that kind of shit. And I would like,
Oh, your parents are divorced?
they're divorced. They got divorced on 6.
Oh, okay.
So,
wish
yeah, I would
mine
go with
did.
my mom to these like Buddhist fucking retreats and like be a monk for a day.
He didn't have a childhood for shit.
I didn't have a childhood.
It's been fucking pre.
Meditating at 6 is insane.
Yeah, so I have zero emotions, right? I had zero ability to express emotions, and that's why it was like it was really easy for me and Joe to become friends, because something would happen, he would express, and I would go, "That's how I feel." I can't even say it. I wouldn't even be able, it wouldn't even come out. I wouldn't even be able to say it. But
She's just looking at Joe like, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to
that's what I
react like.
feel, though. That's what I feel.
That's really valuable, though. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably one of the reasons. Like,
And he just found out he's on the spectrum and got Asperger's and shit. So now he's Asian. He's on top of that guy. He got
Wait,
doesn't
you just
register
found that out?
emotionals.
Or just found that out back then?
No, a couple years ago, I think he did like a test.
yeah.
Just a couple years
I
ago.
think I think I remember you saying.
yeah.
that.
I feel like this brain scan test.
Yeah. The fucking dragon.
No, I really want to do that.
Yeah.
Dragon. I actually really want to do that. I'm
Rise of
too
Dragon.
severely broken within my brain.
Yeah, it's in I don't know if they're still in operation, but it's in West LA. I assume it is because he's an actual professor at UCLA. So he's not like some like hoax type of guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
legit. But yeah, so when I started doing ecstasy, I realized that's when I was able to get all my emotions out and talk about my feelings and stuff like that. So
Can you quickly tell us first time you did ecstasy, like what that, as somebody who was completely emotionally suppressed, like what happened? Like what was the emotion?
dude, I took so many, I don't even remember the first time.
Okay, the first memorable time. How about that?
The first
Like, I'm curious what the first emotion or like the first experience feels like to somebody who just has not touched that, you know?
I think
Yeah, sell it to him.
I think the part that
Also, audience, this doesn't mean you should do it.
don't do
We
it,
do
guys.
not condone
Don't
this
do it.
behavior. This is purely for educational and storytelling
Yeah,
purposes. Don't ever come at me for saying I'm supporting something. I don't condone it.
don't do it. But I think what I liked about ecstasy, you know, when you get like a puppy or something,
Yes.
you're like, oh my God, this fucking puppy. You could feel that about fucking gum stuck on the sidewalk.
Mhm.
Oh, fuck, look at that gum. That gum's so sick. It's just on the fucking ground. So I think being able to like feel that, you meet strangers, you love them, you get best friends, you can hug.
Mhm.
Like everything just felt insane. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Like, so it's just like a wave of positivity.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I was like fucking chronically depressed my whole life. I didn't even know,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I think it helped me like put a smile on my face, if you will.
Can you lift your mic?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
again?
So that's what ecstasy felt like to me. And when me and Gio were building JK and then also simultaneously building Barrel Brigade, and it's not just the gym, it's also the fitness company, we spent almost every waking hour as coworkers rather than like romantic partners.
Yeah.
So eventually, like, if you guys aren't even just like intimate with thoughts, you're not intimate physically, emotionally, or anything, you literally become roommates. And then so now, like, every little thing can become a source of a fight, annoyance. You hate each other's guts. They become a demon in your mind. And we were getting into like crazy amount of fights. And it was at that time where we were planning, we wanted to get married, we wanted to have kids, but it was such a bad and volatile relationship that we're like, we're gonna have to fix this if we want to take the next step, or we might as well just break up. And by that time, we already had broken up a few times. It was secret, and other people didn't know.
Wow.
We don't, because there's so much domino effect, you know. So
Exactly.
we didn't want to like.
That's very smart of you.
Yeah, we don't want to announce it to the group, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" Because we worked with actual friends.
Yeah.
So people would be like, camera aside, like, "Oh shit, what the fuck's going on?" So we took like breaks in between, and then we realized we really loved each other still, but we just had like too many demons that we couldn't get past. So I was like, when I had demons back in the day, I would take this thing and everything felt like puppies. And so the first time when we did it in our LA apartment, I had my old habits. So I was like, okay, cool. She was down. She never took it before. She never really did any drugs.
Oh,
like
and
that.
this for her, it's the first time.
Very first time. So
Wait. Something's wrong.
Yeah, it keeps going down.
So I got so I did my usual ritual. I got some pills. Then I went to get vapor rub, and then I went to get hand sanitizer so we could massage each other.
Mickey Mouse gloves too.
Yeah, I was no, never mind. But I was like, I was going through that, and I came back, and she was like, I thought we're supposed to just talk. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. This is about our
It's
relationship.
therapeutic.
He's got flashing lights and shit. He's like, all right, look, stare at these lights.
And watch, check this out. When I start going like this, you're gonna go crazy.
You're gonna love me again once I hit this wiggle.
And then, and what was cool was when we took it, because you're in such a euphoric and loving state. I think when you really love someone, you can be that person's devil's advocate in your own mind, right? Like if she's like, or he is like rude to you, you're like, oh, it's because they had a tough day or a rough day or something just happened. And you usually get that person's back. And we lost that. But through taking it, we were both able to completely empathize for each other. And, oh, so this is why you did this and this is why you did that. And it really helped heal. But then obviously the main work is remembering those things and then applying it to when you're sober into real life. So we had to do it maybe like twice, but it really helped fix everything. Like we wrote it all, we wrote a bunch of notes down, and we really tried to do a bunch of self-work to fix all that so that we can bring a kid into like a happy environment.
You know, that was what was ecstasy was supposed to be for. It's supposed to heal people from PTSD and all
Heal
this stuff. And
Asians.
like, yeah, it was the original. It was a psychological like drug to help. I forgot exactly what it was. Yeah,
Trauma.
maybe I think it was that and something else. Like, yeah, like people with.
It's so funny that Asian people naturally gravitate towards raving for that. Like they just naturally find this substance that just like makes you feel better for
Because
some
I think
reason.
Asians are so fucking suppressed,
Oh,
like our
100%.
culture,
Yeah.
that it's like, oh shit, I can feel. It's okay to feel.
Yeah. First time I touched Molly, it was like, oh my god, I'm normal. Like it's like this is what life was supposed to be. Like I'm gonna do this every weekend, and then I did that, and then I couldn't do it anymore.
How long of a period had you not taken ecstasy or Molly in between like your raving days and then when you used it to fix your marriage?
Oh shit. So like,
Damn.
maybe 10 years or more.
Oh wow,
Shit.
Because it was high school was like the last time, and then I joined the military.
high
obviously.
school.
And then you're clean. You know, I was clean. I was
Military.
clean in the military, then college, and then we started doing JK, all that stuff. And then it was probably like 10 years later.
Question. So we're talking about your relationship, but what was like for you? Was there a moment where you knew Gio was the one?
I don't know if she was the one, but I was like, man, this is fucking sick. And if this isn't the one, then the next person better fucking do it sicker. So it was the year I graduated college, 2009.
That's so male coded.
So I was like, in 2009, I graduated college. Our JK YouTube wasn't enough where we could live off of it. So we were both still kind of brainstorming ways of doing like a quote unquote normal job while doing JK. And I'm like, fuck, what are we gonna do? And I remember I was like sitting on the kitchen counter, and then and that was like my mind, right? Like when you're about to exit college, like the next step into adulthood is like this fucking huge thing. So I think Jill could really like feel how I get stressed out I was. And then she was working at her bank job. She was a personal banker. And then she comes up to me and she was like, why don't you just pursue JK and then I'll support you? And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, bitch, we just started dating like a few months ago. One, you're an irresponsible Mexican. I would never do that for someone I just started dating. But then the second part, I was like, damn, I fucking love you.
Yeah.
Because that's insane. My parents don't even support me.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, that's crazy. I never felt that amount of like love.
True support.
True support where like, it's not like I'm doing anything revolutionary. I'm not finding the cure for AIDS. I'm putting on this fucking teddy bear hat and making videos with this fool. And all my other friends think I'm gay. and Jill's like, if you want to keep being gay, I got your back, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's actually the cutest shit I ever heard.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that's crazy. And then so, yeah, in my mind, I'm like, if you're not the one, next person better do some crazy
Yeah, the next person better cure your cancer. Like, she better give you cancer than cure it. Like,
Yeah. I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
what the hell? That's one of my favorite stories. Like, yeah.
What about you, Joe? Because I know that you told me a little bit about your dating history,
Yeah.
how you met your most recent partner, and that was pretty
His
quick.
His wife,
Or-
though.
Yeah.
Right. I keep saying partner, and he keeps saying that, I keep saying partner. But
There's a word.
There's a word for it, dude.
but yours is pretty quick succession. Like, how
Yeah.
did you know she was the one?
Funny thing is, we both probably didn't have any intentions of marrying. Like,
Period.
we're both. No, she was laughing and like kind of low key joking about how her dream in life is to probably be like the fourth wife of a Saudi prince.
Hmm.
Because she's like, I get all the perks, but I don't have to fuck him that much.
Oh my god.
But it was a joke, right? So she was, you know, when you're in entertainment, you just stay young for a long time. People just
Yes.
don't get married. You might finally get married when you're 50. You know what I mean? So like, it's a little bit different. So she worked in entertainment too, and she was around a lot of like driven people that just marriage wasn't a thing. So we were just dating, having fun. And then one day when she came to visit me, she was at the airport for like 6 hours straight. And I kept calling, she wasn't picking up. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then like I got a call from immigration, US border control. And they're like, do you know Hannah? And I'm like, yeah, why is she there? And then I was like, I hope you guys let her go to the bathroom, all this stuff, because I'm going to be calling my lawyer right now. They're like, oh no, she's doing great. We're going to let her out right now. So then she was basically stuck because they thought she was doing something shady out here. And then so after that, I was like, well, fuck, let me talk to an immigration lawyer because you're coming here on a normal visa. Everything is solid. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. I don't want to not see you. And then if you got to wait a whole year till you got to come back, I'm like, that sucks because this long distance, I don't know. I like being with you. And I was like, okay, well, let's look at student visa. Oh, that's like $20K. Let's look at marriage visa. That's like less than $5K. And I was like, we can do that. It's the cheaper one. Yeah, let's just fucking do it.
Good story. Business move.
Yeah. And so the funny thing is, so she was like calling me your fiance. And I'm like, I'm not your fiance. She goes, why? I didn't propose. And then she was like, it's so funny the way I laid it on her is like, we were in my cousin's house in Maui. And then like, I was just on the computer looking at all this different stuff. And then like, I just started talking to her as if we're going to get married and she agrees already. And she didn't even contest that. And then looking back, I'm like, you know what's weird is both of us would have been like, wait a minute, let me think about this with different partners.
Yeah.
But when it was, there was just this mutual unspoken understanding that we'll just be together.
Yeah.
And then that was something that I never thought about. because in my past relationships there was always something wrong,
Mm.
or not wrong, or something needed to be fixed. It's not ready yet. That's kind of like this mentality I had. But with her, there was no doubt in my mind that we can be together for a long time.
Yeah. Like you had no desire or seeking of the reason to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it was like, give me a reason to leave, but it just kept getting better and better.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a hookup,
Oh, that sounds sick.
right?
Yeah.
And then same with her. She's like, yeah, like I haven't really even had a boyfriend, like a real boyfriend.
Wow.
And I'm like, why? She goes, because entertainment dudes are gay.
Wait, a question. Do you know your attachment style?
Is that the 5 love language? Or
No.
what is
Oh
that?
wow. So okay, so the attachment styles is like this. I don't know. Is it relatively new?
No,
Sounds
It's
good.
been-
it's like
been
either,
around.
either anxious, secure, or avoidant.
I'd say it's been
Organized.
recently popularized,
Oh, okay.
especially online, right? So there's
Four.
more. There's a lot of combinations and like it's a
yeah.
everything's grayscale too, right? You're not one or the other. It's like you're like you can have traits of this and this, right? But it like figuring out what your attachment style is very, very much helps you understand why your toxic traits are the way they are,
Mhm.
and why you treat your partner the way you do in like the negative ways or the positive ways, etc. Right? So a lot of I'm avoidant attachment, right? So I look for reasons to leave. Like basically I'm like at any moment that I feel like my emotions are unsafe or I feel the need, like the danger of being emotionally vulnerable, I would rather bounce or like close it than deal with that.
Yeah.
That's my toxicness, right? And then an anxious avoidant is somebody that like is never truly feel safe around the other person's emotions, so they're always like seeking for more, like they're the clingy type, while the avoidant is more like the I'm not even gonna text you at all type. You know?
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
Anxious, avoidant,
Yeah.
and then
they're secure, which is like you operate like a normal, loving human being,
see.
somebody that understands how to treat somebody that they like, right? And then there's like
disorganized.
You have traits of both, bad ones.
But none of the good ones.
Yeah.
Only both bad ones.
I am disorganized.
I'm avoidant, like on the avoidant side. Like I don't really have many anxious traits. I have
Yeah.
a lot of avoidant traits, but that's why I'm like, that sounds very much like the way an avoidant attachment style person to avoidance meet
Right.
and fall in love and just come to this like general mutual understanding that like we have no desire to leave each other. Well, so like we're just gonna
Yeah.
look up marriage visa right now, you know, with no
pretty sick,
proposal.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think she had healthy avoidant and I had like bad trauma avoidant.
Yeah,
Like,
you're like
yeah,
farther
yeah.
on the avoidant and she's closer to secure.
yeah, because her parents stayed together. The reason why she never got into long-term relationships is because the bar that the men in her lives set was solid brothers, good father.
Mm.
The bar is so high that, you know, reckless artist types and whatever, we're all fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So it never really hit that for her.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe in that, I don't know. I don't really know too much, but it sounds like what you're saying is like the avoidant is more like you have weird avoidant issues because of your past trauma or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
All of it's rooted in
I
trauma.
see.
Yeah.
Almost always family.
Yeah.
So, like,
okay.
it's
Emotional neglect usually results in being avoidant.
Yeah.
Or anxious actually. It can go one or the other way. Yeah.
It's like it's all attachment style, right? So it just comes down to like it's like familial love translating into your romantic relationships.
Mm.
So like if your parents like didn't pay too much attention to you, you might be pretty anxious because you're like, oh well, finally someone's giving me love. I want to cling on to it as hard as I can and text you all the time and call you all the time.
I need to work for your approval. I need to work for your love because it felt like I needed to work for my mom's love.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. So
Or
it's all
Very
connected.
Freudian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're avoidant because it's like because I was neglected, right? Like anytime I feel neglected, I need to shut it down and I need to neglect that part of
Oh,
me
shit.
too. So it's like also it's like just like the way you were born and the way you internalized your own trauma, like people split in different ways and it's
Damn.
super interesting and
Yeah.
it explains a lot about the way that you are and it helps you get tools to like not be that way.
That's another important thing about attachment styles that people forget to say is you can do the inner work to get to a secure point.
Yeah,
of
it's
being
not like a
healthy
category that you're stuck with.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
yeah, the point is to like not be that way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like putting a light on the situation
Yeah.
so you could
Yes.
sort it
You
out.
learn how you operate and then you learn what you need to fix about yourself to
Yeah.
get to that healthy point.
Yeah, because before learning the word avoidant attachment, I guess it was more just like, oh, it's just the way I am. I'm not gonna text you if I don't want to for 4 days.
Yeah.
But it's like now that I know, it's like that's not how normal people operate.
Yeah.
And if I want to build something, I should text you more
Yeah.
often. Yeah.
What'd you say you are?
I think I'm avoidant because before Geo, my longest relationship was 4 months.
Oh, 1 trillion. Yeah. I mean,
All
yours,
of-
all the
all
things
of
you
them.
said is so
Yeah.
1 trillion% avoided too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All of them was like, yeah, super short. Like, give me a reason. And then with Geo, I don't know, maybe she fucking knew that about me, so she said the craziest line ever. And I'm like, oh fuck, no, I can't
What she
leave.
said?
Just the like,
Oh,
I'll support you. Go.
Oh
do
yeah,
it,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Then I'm like, oh fuck, no one ever made me feel that safe. I guess
That's one of the things that I realized with that situation, which is why I think I love it so much, is that it's like a literal visual representation of how one line genuinely healed your like whatever part of you
yeah.
was traumatized that made you avoidant. And she, with that statement and that sentiment, healed that part of you. So that's why your shit was like kind of better now.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
better enough
Yeah.
now from realizing that you were like, I'll lock in here.
Because it was something that was like I didn't even think was possible.
Yeah.
You know, it was like I didn't even think. Like in my mind, it's always guy supports girl or whatever. Just like all the different like rules, I guess, in my head.
Yeah.
Like she like broke all of them, and she was like, "I'll support you until you figure it out." And I was like, "What?
Geo needs to start like a women's empowerment channel or some shit.
Gio's older than you, right?
Yeah, by a year older.
Hell yeah, cougars.
That is something I see though today, where people want somebody already healed and fixed before they get into a relationship. But I'm like, that's the whole point of a relationship.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
not outside of relationships too, people just like, I think the internet is a big component of this, but people expect other people to be perfect, knowing damn well they aren't.
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes that I think about almost daily is from Mark Twain, and he says, "Who prays for the devil? Who in 1800 years has enough basic humanity to pray for the one person who needed it most?" I
Wow.
read that like 4 years ago. I've never been able to get it out of my brain.
Wow, that's deep. Yeah.
Because that's really what a relationship is, right? It's the give and take. It's not like be ready and convenient for me.
Mhm.
But I think people are maybe just so overwhelmed that they're like, I don't want to deal with your fucking baggage, which
Yeah.
is true. Like, it's easier not to deal with someone that has baggage. But then that's the whole point of a relationship is we both have it.
Yeah.
Let me fucking balance this out with you, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think another interesting part too, and this is like the evil side, but if you have the information on how an avoidant or an attachment person like operates,
Yeah.
you can also use it to manipulate them.
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
That's the 48 laws of power.
Right.
bullshit.
So it's like, yeah, it's exactly what you're saying. Like, it's
Yeah.
like on the one hand, like, yeah, like you can use this information to like heal, or you can use information to like be like, oh, this person's this kind. I know exactly what to do
It's
now.
literally statistically proven that anxious people, like, one of the most common tropes when it comes to attachment styles is anxious partner latches onto an avoidant partner, because the more the avoidant partner starts to run away, like they'll do that whole love bombing, blah blah blah, things will be fine and dandy in the beginning, then avoidant will start to pull away. That makes the anxious person more anxious, which makes them pull closer, try to pull them back. So it's just this chase.
This toxic chase. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it satisfies both sides, like toxic qualities. Where I'm gonna do this thing because I need this reaction out of you that I know is shitty of me, but then I get it because that is your shitty reaction, is that I let people get the shitty reaction out of me. And then
Many modern situationships is what he just described.
it's literally like
yeah.
if you look, if toxic relationship between girl and guy between the ages of 15 to 29, it looks like that. right?
Yeah.
Like,
And you can see relationships, they're like, they shouldn't be together, but
Yeah.
they've been in such a long relationship
for
probably
4
because-
years doing
Yeah,
that
'cause they're
bullshit.
just doing that chase the whole time.
Yep. Yep.
You want what you can't have.
Always. All right, question about fatherhood. A lot of the last podcast, some of my favorite things were you talking about raising Taika, I think. So watching you and Gio raise your son is very cool, I think, because like
Thank you.
you guys doing a good job, in my opinion. I don't have kids, so in my opinion don't mean shit.
Thank you.
And my parents, actually my mom did a great job. My dad wasn't really there, but but one of the coolest things you just said that kind of explains that is like you're teaching Taika the power of compounding.
Yeah.
Like, dude, how old is he?
That sounds nerdy as fuck too, though.
That's Asian as fuck. That's the most
Yeah,
Asian thing you've ever done.
What makes it easy to teach him stuff like this
Uh-huh.
is he's fucking curious.
Uh-huh.
So like, before we're like, you know, there's that whole like screen time shit. Like you don't want to give your kids too much screen time because like frying their brains or they got like ADD and stuff like that, right? But I actually don't mind specifically with him because every time I look over, he's looking at some fucking nerd ass shit. Like he'll like looking at like, oh, did you know like the magma turns into whatever and it's a volcano? Like
No fucking way.
yeah, he loves fucking nerdy ass shit. And he'll
Does
like,
that get you hyped as a dad? You're like, fuck yeah.
because he's not watching like brain rot things.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he does, but
Mhm.
majority of the time, he's like learning about Guinness World Book of Records. Like, oh, this guy fucking held his breath or whatever. And then the other day, he showed me this video of how like, oh, did you know like Navy SEALs? This is how they make goggles underwater. If they don't have goggles, they blow air and it becomes this air pocket. I'm like, you're a fucking nerd, dude. But he was on some like numbers thing once, and then so I think he watched like a mom talk to a kid like, would you rather have $1 million now or like a penny every single day, but it doubles, and then on the 30th day, whatever that amount is, or you want $1 million. So it was like that concept.
Mhm.
And then so I was trying to I think like at the when you reach the final number, that final number is way huger than 1 million. But I wanted to show him
the curve.
visually what
Yeah.
that looks like.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to talk to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT sucks at math, so he couldn't like create the parabolic curves I was trying to show him. But yeah, I was teaching him compounding, and then so now he knows. And even in everyday life, I'm like, if you don't have one candy now in the afternoon, I'll give you like 3 of them.
Mhm.
And then sometimes, I mean, still a kid. Sometimes, I'll take one right now. But sometimes he will wait, which is pretty cool.
Delayed gratification.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
delayed gratification. I mean, when it comes to like Pokemon cards and shit, and if you're like at the store and then he has $5 and it can buy like a pack right then and there,
Yeah.
it's gonna be really hard. But yeah, I try to teach him all the good traits, you know.
Can I ask, how do I want to structure this? Do you learn from like what are your sources on how to be a good parent? Because you're killing it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
And
because also
from-
like if you didn't have good parents, right?
Yeah.
Not saying you didn't.
I did it.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Well, that's what I
I
gathered,
wanted
yeah.
you to say it so that I'm not looking like an asshole.
Honestly, I think, and I told my mom this before because my mom was like, "Hey, I think you're being a pretty good dad." And I was like, "I'm honestly just doing the opposite of what you did."
That's fucking cold. That is so cold.
But low key, that is also a good example.
Yeah.
Like when you have enough examples of the pain they cause you, then you're like, okay, just don't do that.
Do you
'Cause-
ever like read or like watch videos or like coaching or anything?
Oh
Like,
yeah. So I do follow a few people. I forgot what their names are, but yeah, I doing our own inner work. We read a bunch, and then I think what also helped is me and Gio are very like communicative, even just from when we were first started dating. So we talk a lot. Like we're one of those couples we could like sit there in 2 chairs and just talk all day about things. And I think because of that, we take ideas and we're constantly doing hypothetical experimentation. So by the time things come around, we feel like we have a general idea of which direction we want to take. We don't know if it's right or wrong, but we have a general idea of like what we want to do. So even with like the whole device thing, we're like, yeah, it's probably not good. But then when he started like seeing all the nerdy ass shit he likes to watch, then we would like talk about it, like, hey, I don't think it's that bad because he's actually learning a ton of different things.
Yeah, it's not like booty shaking videos all the time.
Yeah.
Then
Damn,
one
that would
day,
be my kid.
The
dude.
algorithm just feeds him one TikTok dance and then boom.
This one fucking motored me so hard the other day. He's like, hey, which creature came first, megalodon or a great white shark? You guys know what a megalodon is, right? It's like
Yeah.
a shark, but dinosaur style. I was like, of course, megalodon. That was the precursor. He goes, wrong. I'm like, what? And then we watched this whole video how about they were actually like coexisting species, just like Neanderthal and Homo sapien, and the megalodon, and then the great white shark came first, but it was the perfect predator, so it never needed to evolve. And then it outbred the megalodon. And I'm like, this fucking nerd ass kid just schooled the fuck out of me.
You gotta bully him, dude. He's too nerdy. What's wrong with your son?
Wait, how old is he?
I'm gonna start stealing his toys, dude. I'm gonna come over just to mess with him.
He's 8 now.
Do you ever like teach him things or do things to him like from an uncle POV?
I play with them a lot. Like we I mean, Yeah, we wrestle and whatever, but I don't think I ever like do any troublesome stuff. I used to like making him cry. I thought that was pretty funny. But like after a while, it's like, oh, I can't do that too much. And he's 8 now, so he can get my jokes. Like before, it was so easy to make him cry. Like you just like take something real quick, and then like
He just starts crying.
he would cry.
Joe pulling up and just taking his toy.
But I thought it was cute watching him cry too. But yeah, yeah.
He's a cute ass kid. He's gonna be big as hell.
He started working out with you, right?
Yeah, he works out a lot. That part was pretty cool where a lot of parents would be like, how'd you get your kid to work out? And I'm like, I think he just sees mom and dad do it and it's fun.
It's probably parents that don't work out at all. It's like, how do you get your kids to work out? It's like, bro, look at
Like,
you.
you need to get a gym membership first, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's fire watching you raise him.
I'm
Thank
very
you.
I'm very
Literally,
curious to see if he
practice
turns
show.
into like a superhuman. You know, like
Superhuman?
just like tall as shit, jacked, smart, like emotionally intelligent, secure attachment style, you know?
You know what's ironic though? I actually think he might not be like if we do a good job, I feel like he might not be very successful. 'Cause I think successful people
Need that trauma.
need trauma.
No,
Like,
no,
that's true. They're
I-
so fucked up that it drives them, you know?
Yeah. I agree 100%, but I disagree that that's the only way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I totally agree with the trauma way, but there's like a sweet spot of trauma, so it's like a gamble, and it's like a very small sweet spot apparently. But because most people with trauma, it's like 90% of people with lots of trauma are not successful, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And it's
That's
just
true.
you
That's
only
true.
look at the hyper success stories and you're like, they had trauma, see, but then you don't see the other 99%.
That's true. That's true.
But the other most successful people just get the most obvious examples of success from the people that came before them, right? It's always like it's the legacy Ivy League graduates, it's the people that inherit their companies. Even if they don't inherit the companies, it's the people that watch their dad, their hero, run a 9-figure company from the age of 13 to 25. And then when they're 25, they start their own startup and they understand what's valuable to the world and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And it's like those people.
yeah.
So totally think that he'll be.
I mean, it's good role model, bad role model, right? Like, I think obviously you're an example where it sounds like your parents set the example of how not to be, right? And so you learn how to, that's one way you can learn, and it seems like it worked.
Yeah.
But also, like, you know, good role models are totally a thing, right? I think you can totally, like, learn and be
Yeah.
inspired by good role models, too.
This is
One of my
he likes to rub in our face that he had great parenting.
I can tell you that one of my son's favorite things to do is ask me how bad I got.
By your parents?
Yeah, because he knows, right? I'll just explain. Like I talk to him like an actual person. Like, I don't like
That's the I wanted to comment on that too. Is like you treat him obviously as a son, but like
Yeah.
almost like a best friend.
like a best friend.
It's
yeah.
fire, dude.
And then so he'll be like what? Okay, like he'll get in trouble, and like let's say I punish him or whatever, and he'll be like, what would grandma have done? That's so funny.
Grandma would have.
I was like, oh, grandma, if I did that, I'd probably chase me around the house with the slipper, got a feather duster out, started whipping me. Like, oh, would you cry? I'm like, crying, dude? And he's like, oh, okay, well, what else would you do? And I'm like, what? I run
living
out.
through you.
And I'm like, I ran away from home. He's like, oh, you ran away from home? I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't want to die. I felt like I was gonna die. And so I would like talk to him like that. And I think he hears like, oh, okay, cool. Like, grandma.
This is not that bad.
And then, but I'm like, but when you see grandma, she's chill now. So she's not the same grandma. I was like, keep in mind, she also came from a different country. She didn't speak the language, so she's stressed up out. I'm like, your parents don't do so we can be chill with you. She's like, he's like, okay.
That's another thing that's true. If you could focus on being a parent, obviously, like the result will be
Way
better.
less stress.
Yeah.
Way less. My mom was a single mom,
Yeah.
didn't speak the language, trying to
Yeah.
navigate that. Of course, I understand.
I feel like Bart is actually being the parent that he wish he had.
Yeah.
Like while I watch Taika, I'm like, man, this ain't for Taika. This is for you. You want to be Taika. That's what you're doing.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Take this protein shake. You need
That's so sick.
But it is funny though, watching it all kind of unfold, knowing his background and all that, and then like I'm like, oh yeah, that's funny. You wanted this in your childhood, but now you're providing what you think is the best scenario for him, and then so now like you prioritize that family time because you didn't get that, right?
Yeah.
And they're saying like millennial men is the first time in like human history that they're the most involved fathers.
Hmm.
And I was like, what the like in human history?
That means the
That's
boomers
crazy.
are really bad at being dads.
Maybe every generation got better, but
Yeah.
like, dude, that is crazy.
Can I ask, have you exhibited any bad behaviors that you inherited from your parents to Taika?
That I don't know if I would be a good judge of it. Maybe Gio would be, but I think one thing that really helped me is not having Taika too early. Because I think if I had him like when I was younger, I still was dealing with hella anger issues. I think a lot of my dad would have came out for sure. But I think I've done enough for like of inner work where I'm like a lot less like my dad, a lot less like my mom. I think that's been helpful. But like for example, I've never like whooped all over the house. And there's times where like I want to scream, shut the up, or like, you think this is cold, and turn ice cold water on it. Now this is cold. I've never done any of those things, even though in my heart I want to. But I usually go, okay, what's gonna be productive when he's 25? What do I got to do now to make sure like he doesn't come out?
Yeah.
So I try to like be more level-headed.
It's so funny.
So how old were you?
You're the dad I wish I had.
Facts.
How old were you when you had Taika?
2017, so I was 33.
33. Valid.
I told my mom, because she's been asking me about grandkids, and I was like, no time soon, dude. Like, chill.
Dude, like my first dog when I was 15, I beat the out of them. I feel so bad, you know? I'm like, because you're just every dog I ever
so
had
bad, you know?
later,
I'm
I was a better
Because
and better
you're just
owner and better
retarded. And
man.
every
Because now you
every
understand,
dog I
oh,
ever
like,
had.
Out of that
yeah,
dog.
they have their own language. It's like I was such a bad dog owner when I was 15.
But we're only doing what we were taught.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you bad dog.
Especially being taught by Chinese people how to treat dogs.
Yeah.
At
You
least
lucky
you
it
didn't
get
eat it.
cooked, man.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? My dad would actually threaten my dog like that. He's like, you do that one more time, I'll cook your ass.
No, my dad would say the same to my to our family dog. He would also beat the shit out of our family dog. It's a little I almost said churro. His name's Churro. It's a corgi, like one of the little fat corgi. He'd beat the shit out of it. I like dog.
It's a very older Asian male thing to beat the out of you.
No.
Or just get the out of things. And
Yeah, like that, like. And up at that, I was also gonna say this earlier. I forgot, but like the avoidant attachment style in men, especially, usually translates to anger as default emotion because you're like emotion, dash, and then immediate angry, and then immediate like let me beat something up.
One of the best lessons or internalizations I made was because I also struggle heavily with anger issues, and it wasn't until probably like a year or a year and a half ago where it's like something snapped in my brain. And I realized I'm never, ever truly that angry at anything because I've always been quick to forgive people, things that have hurt me, whatever. Anger has always just been my mask to hide my pain or fear. That's the only two driving factors behind my anger, ever.
It's usually always fear.
Yeah.
You're reacting to protect.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And in that generation too, like, it's weird how a lot of them they're just reacting, and there's something about, we had the kind of privilege of being able to think and then being exposed to like psychology or things that are just like, what is self-awareness? They don't even know. I don't even know if there's a word for self-awareness in our like Japanese, Korean, whatever.
Japanese doesn't have that.
Maybe, but like I don't know, that generation is still pretty stubborn. Yeah. But it seems like it's just not an Asian thing. Like if I'm scrolling through, I see white people talking about their Gen X or boomer parents, or, you know, everyone's going through the same where hella gaslighting, they're denying that they ever got up. That's the weirdest thing to me, is a lot of parents have amnesia of ever up their kids. They're like, I never hit you. What are you talking about? You're crazy. They'll straight up. But that's what they believe, that delusion.
Yeah, I think it's traumatic for them too, and they just suppress them.
Yeah.
Like it's like they hate themselves for it when they get a little older and realize that was up.
Yeah.
And then they just like, I can't even deal with the pain, with the thought of that I'm that person, so I'm gonna forget it.
So they just create a whole new
reality.
Oh, we had a great family in a childhood, and it's like, dude, you guys are nuts.
You're actually psycho.
Yeah. But isn't that weird how that whole generation they all got amnesia
Yeah.
like
You-
that. They
Do you guys believe in collective consciousness?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all like part of like, if you look at Earth, like it's one cell bacteria or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
We're all parts of it, I feel like.
Yeah, and I feel like things like that, like the trends in generations makes, like, I believe in collective consciousness, not as like a woo-woo, like all of our brains are connected because we're all one, because of
Yeah.
God or whatever, right? Like, while I believe that to be true in some ways, right? I believe collective consciousness, like literally like scientific, like sociologically, right? Like just like the information available, the type of education you get, like the current vibes and trends and everything that just like sets in your mind, and everyone collectively like thinks and acts a certain way,
The
right?
social
Especially because we're
norms
such
at the
like,
time.
yeah, we're just like a pack species. And yeah, and like the self-awareness being a word in the English language, but like Gen X or boomer parents not having that, even though like, you know, let's say like the word doesn't exist in Korean. My vocabulary is not good enough in Korean to confirm that or not, but like, yeah, I just feel like it's so true. And then like the same with the thing of like millennial men are the most present fathers.
Yeah.
It's like this collective, as a generation, we're like collectively agreeing like, yeah, that
yeah.
I want kids and I want to do better for them, you know? And I think it's sick.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like stuff that happens in the era that like it's hard to pinpoint. Like, so for example, let's say after World War II, the whole world was at war.
Yeah.
So almost everybody had PTSD, but
Yeah.
they didn't know what PTSD was.
Yeah.
So then like there's like trickle down from that generation and the boomer kids that were raised by the
Yup.
PTSD fathers.
Oh, that's so true.
So
yeah.
like it could be like, well, Japanese, European, whatever. It doesn't matter. Worldwide, everyone was dying and shooting each other.
everyone was up.
So they come home, drink, and then they're like beating the shit out of their kids,
Yeah.
whatever. That was normal, right?
Yeah.
So there could be something there that it's like, what is it about one generation and they're all doing something a certain way? We don't get it. And then the next generation is trying to counter that. Because it's kind of like the gentle parenting and everyone's being so soft. It's because we got the kicked out of us.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, I don't want to continue this violence.
Yeah.
But you go the pendulum swinging so far to the other end now, you don't even want to like lay down any rules to your kids
Yeah.
because you think it's violence, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's why I think, well, on a country basis, like, especially like homogenous countries like Korea or Vietnam, because this was a thing that I like looked into a little bit because I was curious, like the why Korean people are so angry, right? Was like a topic that I was like interested in. And it was exactly that. You guys agree, right? Korean people are naturally pretty
Yeah.
angry people.
But I think it's the colonization
Yeah.
and the trauma and the,
yeah, like colonization, yeah. But it's just the
That's like-
general, like, we were getting our plowed in
Yeah.
for like so many years.
And recently too.
Yeah. And recently. And so it's like people are alive in that country right now that were just only know an entire lifetime of nonstop pain, right?
Yeah.
And they rate, and then what's weird is because you look at what Korea looks like now, and then you're like, why are you so angry? But it's like all of that leading up to like this like crazy like plastic dystopian society looking full of just angry alcoholics. But it's like, bro, this was one of the poorest countries in the world, like legit, like 1-2 generations ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now it's like top 20 in GDP. Everyone has some form of plastic surgery
Yeah.
to look beautiful. Like it's like dystopian as and then and so it's like it makes so much sense why they're angry. And then Vietnamese are the same. It's like, bro, there was a war not that long
Not
ago
too
where
long
the
ago.
whole country was fighting for its life. Every man that had kids is severely traumatized from war.
It's not even the most recent war, because I've also done research. It's laced into every aspect of Vietnamese culture.
Yep.
Is to celebrate the fact that we have fought off multiple, like throughout history, multiple invasions. It's like you're
There's a
brainwashed-
warrior culture.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's like you are bred to fight. Like you were born to fight for your country, for independence. More than anything, you should know how to fight. And that's what Vietnamese culture is.
Koreans are like that too, where it's like we're very proud of the fact that like
Which is
we were
hard and
ran through
metal,
it.
but like at
And
the
we
same
won.
time,
Yeah, survivors.
with all the new age, especially
Yeah.
Western information and psychological traits coming out, if you can find that perfect balance between that makes a great man, I think.
Yeah.
But it's also like the introduction of you need like what, and then what I was gonna like lead that into is like there's like literally you can pinpoint a singular human being to like certain thoughts that entered a certain culture that completely changed the way like an entire generation like started raising their kids or like so like I've thought about that a lot where I'm like, yo, Korea is like legit going extinct. Like that's a real worry for my people. And I'm like, there is no so like what it takes is like somebody that can to the people, like convince the entire people, like we need to not do X to get Y, which is what we all want, right?
Yeah.
And throughout history, you see the people that have done that successfully, right? Whether for evil or for good. And it's just like, holy, one person was able to legit command his entire country into doing some crazy shit, whether it was fire or bad.
Yeah. Like if you think about why is it that you could be Cambodian to Japanese, right? But we know how to assemble as strangers and like work in a group pretty well.
Yeah.
And it comes from Confucianism. It comes from Buddhism. We have a root where we can't even speak the same language, but we're used to hierarchy. We're used to like assembling and then working together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think just if you compare it to groups that didn't have the same philosophy, like they have something different, right? So white people might have Greek philosophy or whatever. They're tied by those kind of rules. But I realize like there's certain cultures that don't have that. And it's like, oh, that's why they can't assemble quickly.
Yeah.
So like if you have that one guy that built a structure for you and then for generations you're following it, it becomes like you don't even realize it's a part. Like you're like, I'm non-religious, but you're doing Buddhist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I think there's like a lot of things like that. And you're right. It takes one guy with the idea. It spreads like
implementation,
wildfire. Yeah. And then people do it for hundreds of years.
And then like people think that it's not happening now, like right now, but it's
No.
like I'm watching it happen day by day where I'm like thinking in that same mentality. I'm like, holy, some people that are alive right now that are just considered influencers or whatever, right? They're like, that's them. Like that, I'm watching that real time. Like, holy, like, and it's kind of crazy. Like
Like you'll see what they're saying now that's gonna have effect. In
yeah,
40
I'm
years.
like the way that this person is legit like changing people's minds, it's going to in 25 years like dictate what people look like and think like and like yeah, and it's like 25 years from now people will generally think this way, I think, because of the impact of legit this one person and his organization strength or like whatever they're doing, right? And it's very cool.
Yeah. Culture building.
Let's wrap it, I guess.
Yeah, we have like
That's
two
good.
some hours. So
Nice. Fuck
Tiffany
yeah.
barely spoke. Anything you want to talk about?
No.
Thank you for being locked in, Tiff.
I wasn't locked and I listened.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the episode?
Yeah, it was nice. It was the Peacemaker one was funny as fuck.
So funny.
That was everyone's favorite bit when the first time, like we were in shock that like that has to be the worst name you could have came up with. Like,
Well, it came from a Bible verse.
Peacemakers.
It was like, "Blessed are the peacemaker," something, something, something.
and you're like, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's us.
So
The modern
my
crusade.
friend came up with it, and it was so funny because at that time, do you guys remember like AOL or AIM or whatever?
I do.
So it's like
Yes.
instant messaging. All the homies changed all their screen names to PM, whatever PM, whatever PM. So it's peacemakers. It was like, it was.
Let's wrap it, I guess.
Yeah, we have like
That's
two
good.
some hours. So
Nice.
Fuck
Tiffany
yeah.
barely spoke. Anything you want to talk about?
No.
Thank you for being locked in, Tiff.
I was locked and I listened.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the episode?
Yeah, it was nice. It was the Peacemaker one was funny as fuck.
So funny.
That was everyone's favorite bit when the first time, like we were in shock that like that has to be the worst name you could have came up with. Like,
Well, it came from a Bible verse.
Peacemakers.
It was like, "Blessed are the peacemaker," something, something, something.
and you're like, that's sick.
Yeah,
That's us.
So
The modern
my
crusade.
friend came up with it, and it was so funny because at that time, do you guys remember like AOL or AIM or whatever?
I do.
So it's
but-
like instant
Yes.
messaging. All the homies changed all their screen names to PM, whatever PM, whatever PM. So it's just peacemakers. It was like, it was so retarded.
It kind of reminded me of the Hunger Games. They have like those peacekeepers that are supposed to keep peace, but instead they're just beating and killing everyone.
Yeah, like that.
You
That's so
inspired that.
It'll be funny. The one day I would have to explain that to my kid, it'd be like, I'm like, I don't even know what.
You gotta
that
wait till
is.
he's like 20 or something.
Yeah,
Where it
some
won't really
concepts-
affect him and
some
he'll laugh
concepts-
at it.
Some
Yeah.
concepts are hard.
Yeah. Well, that is JK News, everybody, or at least Bart and Joe.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
so much.
Obviously, you know where to
Love you
follow them.
guys.
Also, today's bonus content will be a little vlog from our Vegas trip.
Mhm.
You're gonna see Ian be a very bad boy,
Yeah, yeah.
very bad boy.
Breedable
Success. Breedable boy. A winning breedable boy, though.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Oh, don't say that.
Hey, it's a lit life.
So we're leaving Resort World, and believe it or not, Viet and Wootak both made back what they lost across the trip. We're now up 200 each.
No. I'm down 1,000.
I'm also down 1,000.
And I'm about to be down 2 once. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you liked the episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Obviously, fourth wall, link down there. You'll see we'll make a little trailer preview up here so you can see what you're getting into if you want to sign up for it. But that's the best way you support the show. So go down there, hit that. Obviously, if you're going to go to Vegas, check out the people that are down there. They'll help you out. Tiff, sign us out since you didn't talk much.
All right, guys. This was our Vegas trip. This was our show. Thanks for watching.
Fire! You're meant for this.
It's Tiff, and I'm signing you off.
Nice.